And we're live.
Hello.
How's it
Hey,
going?
y'all. Anybody out there yet?
Let's see.
Well, this is Bloodwing. You all know that. And I have with me a couple of fans I talked to in a chat in a live stream yesterday, Danny the Dingo. And I'm going to let them introduce themselves. Tom, why don't you go ahead and...
Hi, I'm Tom Frederick. I've always been watching these channels, and I've been wondering how the MGTOWs, I don't understand how they react to channels that do not necessarily agree with them, yet all of a sudden go off the wall where you criticize one thing with them and lose it.
Yeah, some of them do seem to be a little thin-skinned. And Satan Satire, you want to introduce yourself?
Kind of the same thing with me. Like not just the MGTOW, but SJWs and feminists and the pseudoscience and just pretty much all sorts of nonsense bullshit. I've been just kind of following at things blindly, just whatever for years now, and I just a few months back made a channel that got a little bit of traction, mainly just because it got a whole bunch of hate. I was literally Satan, because I was every comment being, well, if you don't believe me, then you're literally Satan. So,
or you're Hitler.
Yeah, but that got deleted real quick because it got shut down. So now I'm just Satan and satire, and kind of just been a little bit light on it. But
So how did
I'm gonna get back into it.
How did you fellas first get introduced to MGTOW, or did you just stumble across it, or just start hearing people like me talk about it, or?
No, I had a couple of them at college where they were trying to go off about like the feminists on campus, saying how they want to go their own way, and I listened to a little bit of it, and it seemed reasonable at first, but then once you start hearing more about it, they start thinking women are evil and conniving and using the all women excuse. It's just unbelievable.
Right.
My entrance into the MGTOW thing was actually more of agreeing with it, and I even for a little while called myself a MGTOW just because I'm kind of an autist, antisocial, unlovable douchebag. So it's easy just for me to go my own way because I'm not a lovable guy. I can just do that and everyone's okay with it.
Yeah, I know that
started
feeling.
Actually like listening to some of the stuff from the MGTOW were saying. Okay, nope. Whatever I'm doing is not that, because y'all are insane.
Right.
Like, I remember, like, when I started thinking, maybe this isn't right for me, I'd ask them, hey, why are you thinking that every woman is evil? And then they lose their shit at me, saying, you're not a MGTOW, get out of here, I don't want to even talk to you, you're a simp, cuck, mangina, you know, that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Now, we kind of ran into each other at that live stream at Danny's, and I thought that fellow, that MGTOW Slim, was pretty reasonable.
Yes.
I'm not saying I agreed with everything he said, but he was reasonable.
He was not like Markov in any way.
And let me go out there and say that I'm sure there's a lot of MGTOW out there that are reasonable, just like him. The unfortunate thing is right now, it seems that the really crazy ones, the loud ones, have kind of took over. I guess they don't like the word movement, whatever they want to call it, their ideology.
It is a movement. When
it's
you...
like with...
Here, go ahead.
Well, it's like with the radfems and the crazy racial separatists and whatever.
Right.
There are the rational ones.
Yeah.
But they're hard to find in the sea of narcissistic crazy.
Those who speak loudly are most often heard.
Well, in my day, you all know I'm an old fart. In my day, they just called it being a confirmed bachelor. They didn't. That's all they called it.
Yeah.
And that's all well and good. If that's what you want, and it seemed like that's what that MGTOW Slim wanted, then that's cool. But it's the ones that want to tell us that we've got to treat women like they're second class, and we've all got to go this way and that.
Take the votes away and sex robots, and
those are the only ones I have a problem.
That's the thing. And they're giving feminists more fuel for them to spew at men, and it's amazing.
Well, yeah, 'cause the whole feminist thing from even the very beginning was to take the worst in men. Well, this is everybody. This is society,
right? Yeah, take the worst aspects.
And now MGTOW is doing that with feminists and saying that's the worst of women, and they're both just increasingly expanding like the universe to entropy.
They are parodying themselves. That's the best way I could describe it. It is like you cannot make fun of it because it's unbelievable how this actually exists.
Yeah. It's like a unicorn that's like about to ram your child. You want to take a picture of it, but your horn's about to kill the kid. I gotta shoot you.
Right, right. But like I said, I don't have a problem, and I want to make that very clear because there were some comments in the section yesterday. I won't name names. They know who they were. That think just because we're against one or two or a few, we're against all.
Yeah.
And we're not. And Danny and I's little group, if that's what you want to call it, we're just a group of YouTube friends that kind of naturally fell together is what it is. Danny, Yoda, blah, blah, Amanda, Brother Bear, all those.
Yeah.
We're not an anti-MGTOW group.
I want to make that clear too. I'm not either.
That's not the focus of what we do. We're anti-stupid. Yeah, and that's what we call our group on Twitter. But it's just because we're against the really outrageous ones doesn't make us against all y'all. If you're MGTOW, I got no problem with you, none whatsoever.
Oh, and me either. I mean, like, go ahead.
Oh, one of the things is they think that I'm criticizing MGTOW. I'm criticizing all of them. And I'm like, no, I'm criticizing the movement, not you as a person. And they don't get that. No matter how many times I tell them in the comments, they will never listen to that. I'm criticizing it.
Well, you've already made the connection between extreme feminism. It's horseshoe theory.
Yeah.
And the more we go around, the closer the two ends get together. And I think that's where we're at now. Now, I think
we're like at a donut now.
I think that extreme feminism is still the most dangerous. It's still the desire. I think it still deserves most of our attention because it bears the most weight and it carries the most influence in our society right now.
Yeah, because of who's in power now. Yeah.
I mean, and they like the feminists always want to talk about how the men are always in charge. Yeah, well, yeah, but who are they listening to? Whose voices are they listening to when they're making all the rules and laws and everything? They're not listening to MGTOW. They're definitely not listening to MGTOW or the MRAs. They're listening to the feminists.
And I don't even consider myself necessarily an MRA. I mean, I see some things that need to get changed for men, for sure.
Absolutely.
And the few things that I can agree with on MGTOW is the divorce laws. And in most states, they are absolutely terrible and they need fixed.
I agree.
But where I part ways with MGTOW on that and agree more with the MRAs is the way to fix that is by action, by doing something about it, petitions or whatever they're doing, do something.
Yeah.
Pulling yourself from society will never fix a thing. All it'll do will just make you a little echo chamber where everything's fine and dandy in your little echo chamber, but it's still going to be going on out there outside your bubble.
Oh man, you should see the safe spaces at college. They're unbelievable how they actually like select people to go in them. Like, I'm Mexican. I can't, like they say, oh, you're allowed in because you're not this. And I'm like, the hell's wrong with you? You are segregating people based on whatever attribute they are. And that's racism.
Yeah. Right. And like, I had an issue with it back when I was in college, and I didn't ever finish get my bachelor's. I was close to it, and I think I'm only 20 credits short, but I would need another like 2 full years to take all the classes I need to take that are all in order. So it'll take me a little bit to get that. But then what was that? 7, 8 years ago?
Uh-huh.
It was bad then when there was safe spaces and there was a protest, at least like a campus-wide protest, at least once a week.
God.
Like clockwork. Just because there's something going wrong in the world somewhere, so we all have to yell in our bras. Just sit down.
Let's take off our bras and burn them to show the patriarchy.
Well, that only actually happened once. Don't get me wrong.
Like
if you know me, you know I'm a history buff. And when I get started, even my grown kids roll their eyes and say, "Oh gosh, here goes Dad again." But that became such a big thing or catchphrase for second wave feminism, and it only happened once, and it was in protest of the Miss America contest.
Yeah.
And they didn't just burn bras; they burned girdles, they burned all these things like that they considered, signs of the patriarchy oppressing women because they felt they had to look
the patriarchy,
pretty.
Have you noticed how, like, feminists on YouTube, they always talk about they don't want to wear certain things, yet they're wearing makeup, even though it's like, what's the point of wearing it? Like when you're trying to get men with you,
right?
And it's like you're trying to make yourself look attractive, and then they say, "Oh, it's not for you, it's for me." Then,
and I can kind of go into that a little bit, but come on, we're all grown adults.
Yeah.
We know that you're trying to be. Yes, it may be for yourself. Everybody wants to look good.
Yes.
I mean, even my old redneck self looks good in a suit. Man, I rock a suit, dude. But
I feel on that.
Not only do I do it for myself, not only do I do it for myself, I'm hoping I look attractive to other people. I mean, come on.
Like, one of the things that makes me wonder is, where did the safe space idea come from? Because a couple years ago, I've never heard of them. Never.
Well, I don't think they were actually called safe spaces, but in my mind, I track it back to the late 50s, early 60s to Dr. Spock. I don't know if you two are old enough to know who I'm talking about, but he wrote books on childcare, and they become very popular in the late 50s, early 60s, and it changed the way people started doing childcare. You started seeing timeouts and things like that, because that was a time where corporal punishment was still the go-to. If a kid acted out, you spanked them.
Yep.
He went really far to the extreme, not to hurt a kid's ego, this, that, and the other. And I kind of trace it back to that. I've seen it as just a natural progression to where we finally got a generation of kids that grew up under parents that followed that, raised their kids so far to the extreme of never telling them no, letting them do whatever they want to. Now we have a generation that has to have their safe spaces because they don't know how to handle no.
I think they're just spoiled rotten. They don't know how to take criticism, or nothing will ever go your way.
I like originally, because I did read some of the stuff about I can't remember what the name of the book was that got me into some of the other stuff that started with when people were trying to change the way parents were raising their children and the way you child rear without the spanking and without this and without all the things that have been normal for forever.
Right.
They had a semblance of a point to it, and I could see where they got the ideas from, and they backed it up with a whole lot of research and these studies and everything. But it got taken to the point where it's like, okay, well, don't beat your child turned into don't ever touch your child if you're angry. Like if you touch them with your if you grab their hand to stop them from doing something, that's abuse. No, if you grab their hand to stop them from touching a fire, you didn't abuse them, you stopped them from hurting themselves. Just because you were doing it forcefully doesn't make it abuse.
That's also another thing. Children don't learn from their mistakes. They keep making them over and over again because their parents never taught them, don't do this, or this will happen. There's no consequences.
Exactly. I mean, that's what I was getting at. I think that the parents of the kids today that they're showing that they need to safe space are parents that were raised by people that followed Dr. Spock. So they just took it down its natural progression to where you can't even tell them no. And we all know that the real world is full of no.
Yeah.
It's full of no.
And that's
You
one of
know,
the things that
There's no no in
agitates
the
me.
world.
You know, so what we've got now is a whole generation of kids, and you know, I'm sorry, I don't mean to. They're
Go
all
ahead.
kids to me.
Go ahead. Go.
They're all kids to me, but we got a generation of kids that they can't handle rejection, they can't handle disagreement, that they don't know how to debate
Exactly. That's
because
like
they've never
on
had
YouTube.
a difference of opinion, and so they got to withdraw into their safe space.
Like that's how with YouTube. Like they think because I'm criticizing them, I'm harassing them, and they don't get that.
Right.
A lot of it stems back to whoever the problem is the person with agency, and they always remove it from anyone else. They can't accept the fact that every person is also a person. Like they make decisions and they make choices, but it's all the parents' fault. The kids didn't do anything. The kid was 18. Well, it's the parents' fault. No, like the kid had some fault in it too.
That's like the BLM kidnapping thing that happened. They're blaming the parents, even though they're adults.
Right.
Yeah, like, but there's like this line that kind of gets drawn, and it gets wider and wider, or slimmer and slimmer when they get older. But if it's a child that's been a day old, yeah, something bad happens, it's the parent's fault. If they're 6, okay, well, it's the parent's fault and slightly more the kid's fault. And
as
at
you
18,
get older,
it's almost all the kid's fault. Yeah.
Right.
But they don't ever do that. It's never their responsibility. They don't take their own agency.
No, it's always someone else's fault. Everything is.
The real terrible thing to me is, I love a good argument or a good debate. I do. I was in debate in school, in high school. I loved it. I didn't lose very often. I loved debate, but the art of debate is disappearing because they don't want to debate. It's listen and believe. You take it. Don't you dare disagree with me, because I'm going to pitch a fit and throw glitter all over you and call you shameful. You know, that's not debate.
No, that's just a temper tantrum.
I think a lot of that is like the cyber version of PETA throwing blood on everyone. Well, you're just a bigot. Stop throwing bigot on me. I'm like, why are you throwing all this bigot on me? I'm wearing a nice clothes. This is like, I gotta go wash this off.
Right. But debate just they don't want to debate. They just want you to listen and believe. And this goes for the extremes on both sides. We were just talking about feminism. We were just talking about MGTOW. They don't want a debate. They just
want you to follow you and believe them.
Mm-hmm. And like I fall into that trap sometimes too, because I'm a bit of a navel gazer, and I'll do my introspection on myself. So I can sit there and change my mind 100 times, like an hour before an argument, and then when I get to the argument, no, I'm right, because I already thought about it and yada yada. But even then, I'll still be like, okay, what I said was wrong. I hate this feeling of being publicly, like, knowing I'm wrong and my having to change my mind. That feeling sucks. But you do it because that's what adults do.
You learn from your mistakes. I understand what I did wrong, and I want to improve myself.
Yeah.
Nope, not with them.
No. And
or too many of them.
It's like 1,000 to me right there.
Yeah, and it makes me bonkers, because if you follow my channel, you know, at all, you know that I'm a big proponent of, hey, don't take my word for it. Go study it for yourself. Sometimes I won't even put links to stuff because I want them to go out and learn for themselves. Don't just take my word for it. And then if you find I'm wrong, come back and tell me, we'll talk about it. You know,
or you'll be like Bearing, where he leaves a link in the description so people could watch it, and people think he's harassing them so they can watch the video to get the full context.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never got that. I mean, like, I can understand all this big channel's followers came over to attack me with all this hate speech. Well, okay, I can get why it can be annoying the internet for you. It sucks, but it happens. Just suck it up and deal with it.
Well,
Like
we as creators, and I've been in some conversations with just content creators, Suit Yourself and other ones, that we're in a catch-22 with that. Do you give the link and then get accused of sending hate,
or you're not,
or do you not give the link and get accused of taking everything out of context?
Yep.
So we err on the side of caution. Give the link. We know there's going to be some idiots out there that are going to do what they want to, and they're going to go harass them anyway.
And the funny thing is with all this is they think we're in the hive mind where, oh, I can't think for myself. I'm going to go over there and leave mean comments to them. No, I don't like your video, and I'm criticizing it for myself.
And the only blame that can be really placed on the creators who do mention that is if they didn't know about the content beforehand, then okay, well, you can blame them for introducing me to your content, but I'm the one that left the messages. I'm the one that disliked your video. They had nothing to do with it after they introduced me to your content. I'm
not white knighting anyone. I'm speaking for myself here.
Yeah, and I agree with you, Amanda. You should always give the link. That's my policy. I always give the link, and I believe there's probably some legality involved with that as well. You know, you got to keep yourself covered as far as fair use. You know, so
yeah. That's like where they also, like the feminist social justice warriors, they always talk about, oh, we don't want to send harassment, but when they criticize someone they don't like, they leave the description there and they don't do anything about it. They ignore it.
No matter what you do, people are going to do what they want to do. I could sit here and scream at my subscribers, don't go harass this person. Somebody's going to.
Yeah,
somebody's going to. And you can't control that.
There's idiots in every group. That's why I've always kind of loved that quote from Groucho Marx. I don't want to be a member of any group that would have me as a member.
Right.
It's like anytime you ban to something, there's always an idiot in your group that makes you look bad. So it's like, well, I'm not an any member, or I'm not a group of any, but I do line up ideologically with these people and these people. So I'm in that group. I don't claim that group. So
I remember, like, I was talking to Michael Rowlands on Twitter, like, a couple months before the whole Bering drama started.
I'm sorry for that. You had a conversation with Michael. I'm sorry.
He won't talk to me.
Well, this is before, like, Bering made all those videos on him.
He will not talk to me.
Well, this is before he deletes everything on his Twitter, but I was telling him that, why do you feel the right to speak on behalf of me, who is a minority in my country, yet why is it that I can't speak for myself? And then he gets in a Twitter spat with me saying, oh, that's because you're not speaking up for your rights. I'm like, I'm fine with what I have. And then he blocks me.
You're not advocating for yourself the right way. You're not saying what you want the right way.
That's wrong, think.
Michael will not talk to me. I even just shortly ago in a live stream he was in, Bering posted the link out on Twitter and a bunch of us went over into the live stream and we're watching. I tried my hardest to bait him into saying he won't. And I know why. When I first started my channel, just shortly after, I released 3 videos that he got wind of that pointed to some accusations of some things that didn't quite fit his narrative. It painted a picture of a different Michael than he portrays. He, of course, immediately, and I know he got wind of it because Jeff Holiday tweeted the link to the videos to him, but nice. He immediately just went into, going in, deleting all those pages and all the stuff that I got the information off of. And it wasn't a dox
right there.
Yeah, it wasn't a dox. I did not dox him whatsoever. It was just some accusations, and I put them out there. Hey,
what's this about? He had a online band thing for, like, he plays guitar. And there was someone on the comments, this is from 7 years ago, right before he deleted it, talking about how he got drunk at a performance he was doing and fought with one of the bartenders. I bet Bering still has the link to it.
It was
who hasn't done that at least once?
right, and that's the thing. And I pointed that out in my video. That's the thing. But you guys are claiming to be these moral authority, and it was that type of thing. I won't go into all detail. My videos are still up if you want to go look. They're very early on. You'll have to go all back to the beginning.
He acts like he is perfect. I'm not perfect. No one is perfect. Yet he puts himself on this pedestal where we can't touch him unless we are a feminist social justice warrior.
Well, that's where you get into the problem with like anyone who's trying to claim moral authority on something. You can't really do it if you're not at least moral in that sense. Like you can be immoral in a whole bunch of other ways, but if you're trying to claim moral authority on every subject, then you can't be immoral at all. But if you're trying to claim your the moral
high ground,
righteousness, or the moral high ground on a certain subject, all right, fine. Just be moral and right on that subject, and you can be a dickhead everywhere else and not be a hypocrite. Yeah. But if you're a hypocrite on that moral subject, that one you're talking about, then you're just as bad as the person who's taking the moral high ground on every subject and wrong on every other subject too. Like you can't do that.
Like with the thing with him, I like try to talk. Like I wouldn't have a problem with any of that clique if they just talk it out with people. But no, they ignore anything because they think it's harassment.
And everybody has their favorite member of that little clique they like to hate. Mine is Michael. Mine is Michael. My buddy Ranting Monkey, his is Tim Demotivator. He just can't stand him.
What about Ranting Feminist? He hates her.
Yeah, but I don't think as much as he hates Tim. He really hates Tim.
And then you got Fisty on top, you know.
Yeah, and there's a couple of other hangers-on, Bomber Guy and
Kevin Logan.
Kevin Logan.
Occasionally Shives.
I've done content on all of them except Christy herself, and I haven't done Shives. But Danny, the dingo, keeps trying to push me to do a bit on Shives. I guess I'll have to here pretty shortly.
Here's the thing with Steve Shives that I've had a problem with a lot of YouTubers. Why do people keep talking about him? Because every time you talk about him, you're giving him views, subscribers, attention. Let his channel die off slowly.
And it is, from what I understand.
Like, I didn't realize Steve came back and Steve even had an audience anymore after like a year ago until just the last few months because everyone's been hating on him again. I was like, I thought Steve's already died. Like,
look at his channel stats. He's getting under 2,000 to 3,000 views a video compared to his 50,000 subscribers. He's nearing the end.
Well, I've seen the stats on his subscriber. I've seen the stats on that, and he's losing far more subscribers daily than he's gaining.
Good.
So I mean, it's slowly dying out. There's no doubt about it. I don't think it'll probably reach a bottom level and just kind of
and then you have
hover there at some point.
Where like amazing atheist, Sargon of Akkad, they all made videos criticizing him. And those are going to stay there forever, where if you type the word Steve Shives in YouTube, those will come up before his own videos. So he's immortalized.
God, I wish somebody would come after me, somebody other than Markov. I might get some clicks out of it.
I can't say I'm unhappy that's happening to Shives, but I would just at least want to add, channels die off or they start losing subscription or viewer base because of something like that. I want it to be because the people's minds are changing and their ideas are no longer relevant, not just because I want them not to have a voice. I want them to have their voice, but want no one to listen.
It's just, I don't care about him. Like, he said everything stupid you could think of. And it's like, he's not saying anything new. He's just, why feminism and atheism are together. Those type of videos. Just let his channel slowly eventually hit 1,000 views and then close to 0 near the end.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get Shives. Like, I even went back to watch some of his like old content way before the Feminism Plus stuff.
Before.
And it's not bad. Like I don't agree with a lot of it because it's still
he did,
a lot of
wrestling and superhero stuff and all. I think it's because of his life.
About like his just atheism specifically stuff. Like before it got indoctrinated into the feminism and the intersectionality and everything.
Do you ever see his
bad.
wife on video with him? It's on Daily Motion, I believe, where you see him just like darting around trying to ignore the conversation about his wife telling why he's a sexist.
I don't know. That always bugs me. Like he looks so uncomfortable with her, and it makes me sad for him. Like that's the only time I feel sad for Steve.
I'm a relative newcomer in that respect too. I wasn't around when Steve and all of them were still all part of the same group. I even heard that Christy was even part of all that. They were all friends in the atheism community.
Yeah.
Before Atheism Plus come along, is my understanding of it. I wasn't around for any. I wasn't around for Gamergate. I wasn't around for any of that stuff. So the only thing I know about Christy and her bunch and Steve Shives is just what you see today.
Yep.
Yeah. And they were actually I've been in the comments and like I've been viewing and whatever the atheist stuff for a long time, because I was stuck in the angry atheist part of my not being religious anymore for a really long time. And I just with Dawkins and the Horsemen and all that was my stuff for forever. And then the other channels I kind of started getting into that were more comedy and more debunking and whatnot, whatever, with Shives and Christie and Sargon, the very latest with Thunderfoot, whatever. And everything kind of all started shifting, and which it does, like everything shifts over time. But it kind of splintered off into, we're not talking about religion ever anymore. It's not even the atheist community, it's a skeptic community.
Oh, I hate that word, skeptic community.
I consider myself anti-stupid.
Yeah.
That's it, period. I'm not a skeptic. And I don't dwell on this, but I'm not an atheist. I don't make that what my channel's about or my content, and I won't debate you or anybody out there about my faith. That's just for me alone, and I keep that off of YouTube.
That's your personal opinion. That's not for other people to decide.
Right. And I keep that off YouTube, and I keep that off Twitter, and that's just me. But I don't consider myself part of any of those groups. And we're probably going to see a little more of that coming. So we're already starting to see
a change,
signs of it with the whole armored skeptic shoe on head thing.
There's going to be a split between what it is like Sargon, Chris Ray Gun, all those channels will eventually start to separate into more specific types of videos. Like Chris Ray Gun has already moved away from his social justice videos into more comedic videos, while Sargon is going into more hot topic stuff with like Brexit and Donald Trump and all, compared to his other stuff.
Sargon specifically, like he's trying to he's been influencing the politics and the geopolitical stuff for a long time now. Like with him and Kraut have been, well, not just those two, but those are the two that I know, and I'm just now getting to know some other ones. But have been doing the geopolitical thing for now. But the social justice thing with Sargon has become a bigger thing for him than the geopolitical.
Yeah.
But now he's moving a little bit more back to it.
It's more views right there. That's the thing.
Yeah, lately it has been. Kraut pretty much keeps himself to the geopolitical thing. Every once in a while he'll stray off. Yeah. I love Kraut. I mean, the guy is
he's very
smart.
Talented.
He's very intelligent. He kind of lost me a little bit during that whole feud of his with AIU, who I detest, but Kraut went a little overboard with how he reacted with all that, I thought. But that's got behind him. He's doing his thing again, and yeah, I love to watch his content.
One of the things I noticed on a lot of feminist channels is like they're using like really clickbaity titles, like with the word bearing or Sargon, where they're not even talking about his video. They're just, oh, look at him. He's not doing anything. He's just reading out an article. Why is he getting views?
I got to defend the feminists on that. It's not just them. Everyone does that. Like everyone kind of will
double standard right here.
But I'm like everyone does it because it's kind of what you have to do to get the views and whatnot. So
yeah, you just don't go in a YouTube video talking about an article, or you're taking it out of context. You have to read it.
Right.
Well, yeah, and you can't be like Teal Deer, who reads the entirety of an article and then gives his opinion on it, because that's taking things out of context.
And he gets bothered by
he read the whole thing.
You're like how Teal Deer, he always gets bothered by Sean and Jen, like this small YouTube channel that at first made Minecraft videos and started talking about skeptic videos and how they're wrong. And then you get Teal Deer talking about not even him not showing the entire article in Teal Deer's response video. It's stupid. Like, he doesn't get it.
I'm just a huge YouTube nerd. So if there's stuff going on and if there's drama between things, I usually know about it. I may not know the whole story, but I'll at least know some of it happened just because I spend way too much time on YouTube. If I'm not sitting at a bar or working, it's YouTube and Reddit and
I'm a
lot of stuff.
I'm a B-tard here.
B-tard?
Yeah, 4chan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, fucked up site, and I love it.
I've been on 4chan a few times. Not my thing, but I've been there a few times.
I think the last time I was on 4chan was when a picture of my face, the only dick pic I've ever sent out, and my phone number were attached to a thread that was up for way too long. Way too long. I got random people calling me for like a month and a half, like almost every day, just like every couple hours, just blah 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 blah. You're an asshole. I was like, okay, awesome.
Hey, can we invite Danny the Dingo into the chat?
If he wants in, you want in, Danny? I'll send you a link if you do.
Well, like, that's the funny thing is people think they can delete stuff on the internet. You cannot delete anything on the internet. It's there. You just have to look for it.
No, I'm sure that thread's still there somewhere if you looked hard enough. Don't, please, but I'm sure it's there.
And that was one of my, that brings up, I know we weren't talking about it, but it brings up one of my biggest problems with that whole Onision thing with the pictures of the girls. Those girls aren't old enough to realize that will be there forever.
Yeah, it's going to be plastered on that site for the rest of time.
I got my issues with Onision. I don't want to defend him at all, especially now with the just recently Jeff put up the video about the pedos on Twitter, and I just not too long, like probably around the same time he realized all that was an issue. Saw all of this going on, and I don't want to defend Onision, but I do want to give at least a balanced view on some of that. If you're 18 and your boyfriend or girlfriend is 17 or 16 or 15 or whatever, that's not pedophilia. If you're 70 and your girlfriend is 18, you're a pedo, whether it's legal or not. Fuck you.
Like, that's the thing with Onision.
Like,
I couldn't do it.
There's some middle ground on it.
There is a middle ground. Like,
see,
you ever go back?
It bugs me.
I couldn't do it. Most of my followers know that I'm going through a kind of a rough patch right now. My wife is filing for divorce after 34 years. So it's put me thinking about things I haven't thought of in 35 years. You know?
Yeah.
I need to find somebody, but there's no way I could do. I'm 56 years old. An 18-year-old girlfriend, it'd be like raising another child.
Yeah.
No.
One of the things about Onision, you ever like look back on his older stuff? Like Mr. Repsion, like covers him like Thunderfoot with Anita Sarkeesian. Like, he killed his pet turtle when he was a little kid. You remember hearing about that?
Yeah, that was a weird. I didn't actually watch the video. I couldn't find it. But I read people reading or writing about him doing it.
It's on the Cyclopedia Dramatica if you want to see it.
I'll check it out whenever I'm really drunk.
No, I'm not 56 going on 100, psycho. Close, though. I feel 100 some days.
It's just like with Onision. He keeps making videos, making it worse for him about the whole girls sending photos of him. Just address it once and stop from there. You keep doing it over and over again, people are going to make views off of your own stupidity.
Well, the thing is, I thought this more a while back than I do right now, because I'm starting to fall into the category where I do think he's actually stupid. John might be a bit like Filthy Frank. Filthy Frank really? acts like an idiot. He's a really smart dude. I think Onision is doing all this shit just because.
Well, if you watch, if you
he's
watch his
brilliant,
pattern,
and he knows he's.
yeah, if you watch his pattern, about every 6 months or so, he'll come out with some controversy.
6 months ago, it was women against feminism. Remember that?
And
That was hilarious.
he'll throw something out there to get everybody mad at him and get all these clicks and get all these, just to keep himself relevant.
It's the same thing with Steve Shives. Just leave him alone. It's just like people bringing him up over and over. It's just keeping his channel alive longer.
Leave Stivesy alone.
Is that sexual harassment?
No, I know I'm not old, Rogue, but I feel old. And I am old compared to most of the people that do what I do here on YouTube. Most of them are in their 20s and 30s. So compared to them, I'm ancient.
Well, I'm 26 and I feel ancient. So.
Oh, I'm 20.
I've always been a really bitter old man.
My oldest, my son, just turned 33 a couple of days ago. So.
Wow. Like with Onision, I do know that he has patterns. And over time, like if you just like watch his videos, you see the patterns where he's drawing people in through, in a way, clickbait.
Oh yeah, and 6 months from now, it'll be something else.
It's going to be something to do with something even more outrageous. I mean, it's too perfect to make fun of. It's too easy.
Yeah.
I mean,
so I agree. I think he's smart in a way,
but it's a little.
I think he's a sellout. He sells, you know, his own morals, or his own, if he has any. Well, what's the word I'm looking for? I've been up and watching kids all day, so my brain's a little dead.
He's a snake oil salesman.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he Hey, Danny, I'm sure he makes a lot of money at it, but is it worth it in the long run? You know,
good point.
To sell out like that.
Are we still talking about Onision?
Yeah.
Yes.
At the moment.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, if he continues to create the stuff that he does on channels like Bro and the original Onision channel, I mean, he's always going to remain relevant because he's always going to have those teeny bopper fans that are always going to love the joke stuff that he does. And then when he needs a little bit of extra income, he just creates controversy.
He feeds off it.
I caught my 10-year-old grandson and my 7-year-old granddaughter singing, "I'm a banana, I'm a banana." I'm like, where did you hear that?
It's a dead meme.
Well, I don't know. I don't know.
I'm a banana, I'm a banana.
And I
integrity, by the way, was the word I was looking for a while ago. How do you know? Sell out your own integrity.
I mean,
carry on.
Yeah. Like when you look back, just over time, it's just. I think he's very clever in how he draws people in, but he's a little psychotic, just like how he does this. Where Filthy Frank, it's more just purposely doing it, and people are aware of it. But with him, you get this unweird vibe.
I don't want out there that I would say that Filthy Frank isn't psychotic. I'm sure he's crazy, but he's crazy smart too.
Yeah. The thing with Filthy Frank is that you can tell what he's doing is a joke, and it's intentionally a joke. Onision has this weird vibe of realism to it that it's just like, I don't like this.
And then he purposely says it's not my fault that these people do that. Then he keeps the board running without that age limit thing. Then
don't even get me started about that.
If he had any ounce of integrity at all, if any ounce of morality, he would have removed any pictures that there were any question of them being underage.
I doubt there was any moderator or any terms of service for this account. It was probably just an image board that anyone could upload.
Yeah, that's my understanding.
If you have a man who, I'm assuming he makes millions over his YouTube career, he can't hire someone to moderate his image board.
I don't know about millions. I mean,
over time.
I remember Bering made a video a while back when he had like 270,000 subs, saying that he only made about $1,000 per video per year.
Per year, but
so I don't think this guy makes millions. I think he's well off, but I don't think he makes millions.
let's just say for the sake of an argument, like over time throughout all of his YouTube career, he's made a decent amount of money. But he can't hire.
I was actually reading something on it the other day. It's speculated that he's made somewhere between $3 and $4 million off of his collective YouTube channels.
And he can't hire a deadbeat for minimum wage just to moderate an image board.
And here I'd be incredibly happy at $100 per video if I could make that. I'd be in the top there.
I'd be happy if I was making $10 a video.
Isn't the the system set up to where it's basically you make about like $3 to $5 every 1,000 views?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's not including if people, whether or not they watch the ad before then.
I've been on YouTube now a little over 3 months, going almost 4 months now. I've got 60-something videos out. I have almost 370 subscribers, and I have all of about $35 saved up in my YouTube account.
I have about that much too at 480 subs and about 152 videos.
Yeah, so it takes a bit.
One of the things with those YouTube algorithms, you have to produce a video a day to keep the people like recommended tabs,
right?
To keep people interested. And then if you have a channel where they make a video once a week, they're screwed by that algorithm.
Which is becoming a topic. I don't know if anybody over this Armored Skeptic thing, if anybody's seen Peach Bailey's video on it.
I saw it. Yeah.
I thought she had an excellent take on it, and she brought up an excellent point that the satirician might have gotten caught up in this thing that he's got to put out a video every day. And the way the algorithm is now, it can really make you feel that way.
And he said that he lives off YouTube, so since he's on that ban for 2 weeks, he's screwed.
I'm just ornery enough. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do my 3 to 4 videos a week, and that's just going to have to do. Hey, Scribe.
He's not banned for 2 weeks. He's banned for 2 months.
2 months.
No. He's under a watch list for 2 months. He can upload after 2 weeks.
So yeah, he's still got the strikes on there.
But
he wants the strike will go away.
Maybe. I just watched his most recent video where he was responding to everything that has been done, and he was real classy about it. He was like, "Yeah, I know I fucked up. And
let me tell you, okay, I wouldn't have been nearly as fucking classy. I would have fucking railed Shoe on head.
Yeah,
she went overboard.
Yeah, she definitely did. But,
you see, with that first video, it was okay. Then she made a second video where it was that one guy dancing to singing "Why are you always lying?" and then showing the tweet. I mean, that was a little.
Here's something else too and I'm not defending you by any means, because I've got my own problems with Armored Skeptic and Shoe on Head lately, which goes all the way back to the beginning of Bearing's copyright troubles. But but we forget just how young she is.
Yeah,
I mean, she's just a kid. Basically, she really is just a kid. And
as famous as Bloodwing, so am I, and even I think she overreacted.
Right, I get that, but you know as well as I do that at that age you have not fully developed who you are.
You see, that's the thing. I don't like using the word skeptic where you're flying off the wall over something that's petty of not understanding who that person really was.
Yeah. See, my issues with him go all the way back when the copyright issues on Bearing started happening. They were trying so hard to play the middle that they were ticking everybody off, playing the moral majority about, oh, this is copyright and everything. And, and a lot of us are saying, we understand it's copyright, but there's such a thing as standing behind your friend. We get that. And then in the middle of it, there was Armored Skeptic threw out this terrible tweet at Shannon, Liberal Lunacy, if you know who she is. She's a gal in a wheelchair. And she had, there was a fund drive or something done a year or two ago that bought her one of those stair lifts, where you ride up her stair. And he come back with a tweet mentioning that, like he had all this, which he had very little, if anything, to do with it. And it just, I don't know. I don't want to go all of it, and I don't want to jump on this bandwagon of just beating on the two because it's popular right now. But I've got my issues with them. I think that they've just got so into each other, and I get that. Great. If you love each other that much, great.
I think my issue with them started when they started acting like they were celebrities, as if they think that their shit don't stink, and like it's not so much with Shu, the whole celebrity thing. But it's like, especially with Skeptic, everyone's a Skeptic clone. Everyone is this. Everyone is that. Everyone stole from my ideas from my channel. And then I saw a video the other day from Logic where he points out in detail every single channel that Armored Skeptic stole every theme from his videos from.
And that's the thing
is, though, like, Skeptic for the...
Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead. Skeptic for the longest time used to admit, like, openly, like for up until like a year and a half ago, that he did kind of, like, it was a joke between him and Logic that he stole everything from Logic. Like, and like I remember watching some of their old stuff, like when I first got into it, and would go back and watch all of one of my favorite channels' videos.
Yeah.
And all this other stuff, and those two went back and forth about that for like an hour and a half straight during a live charity thing they were doing. And just sit there and just bickered back and forth with each other about being Canadian and skeptics on the internet and how they're both robbing from each other, yada yada yada. So like it's
didn't they have a rap
for the longest time. Well, Poison the Well did a video of it about those two doing an epic rap battle, but no, it wasn't the actual. It wasn't actually Logic and Skeptic. It was the two guys from Poisoning the Well. But
gotcha.
My issue with them is they have so much unwarranted self-importance where everyone else doesn't matter to them. Where it's the same thing with like what I said with feminists. Since they have that many subscribers, we cannot talk to them because we are worthless.
I don't know. I still really like Skeptic. He was one of the first people I got into when I was in my little brooding, angsty, angry atheist phase. And Shu, I've been watching for I think like about a year now. I like the two of them. I disagree with what's been happening very recently, especially in this like the last few days.
I'd say a couple months for me.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean by recently. But I still like the two. I'm still a fan. I still like Greg and June.
Scribe out in the chat makes a very good point. We don't want to assume that Shu and AS were friends with Bering or feel like they owed him anything. And that's true enough. I didn't mean it to sound that way. I just felt that.
But haven't they said they're friends with him before?
Well, I know that Shu was at least friendly with Sugar Tits. Armored Skeptic has always seemed to have a bug up his butt about Bering for some reason. Not enemies, but
than him in a shorter amount of time.
I think,
not enemies or anything like that. He just doesn't. I don't think they quite like each other very much, to be honest with you.
I think it's because
it's just assumption on my part.
I still remember that video that when Skeptic was talking about the atheist community and how it's doing all the like this and this and this and it's blah blah blah. The community. That video, and then when he was showing some other channels, he showed Bering's picture and then just started laughing, and it was that little crop thing, and that thing makes me bust out laughing every single time, just noticing everything that happens after that. It's fantastic.
But back to what I was making a point a while ago, I think a lot of it is the two of them are just so into each other, which is great. It's absolutely great that you found a relationship like that. But they've got so into each other, they've created their own bubble, and they're really out of touch with what's going on out there.
If you don't believe him, go look on Twitter. Just check
they
their
think
Twitter
they are, but they're not.
I mean, their Twitter page is for the whole world to see them doing this stuff. And it's like, why are you broadcasting your personal life onto the internet with both of them combined is like, what, 800,000 subs?
Oh, I'm sure.
600 for Shu, around 280 for Armored.
Yeah.
Damn, so close to a million.
And I'll admit, Shu's never been my thing. I see why people find her funny. She just doesn't do anything for me. Nothing against her. I just don't find it funny. I do, however, like Armored Skeptic, I am still subscribed to him. That doesn't mean I wish to get his head out his butt and knock this garbage off. But,
I like both of their content. I could just do without their attitudes.
Yeah, their ego gets in the way of some of their videos, and that's what turns me off sometimes.
Of course, Greg has less and less. He's put up less and less content on his Armored Skeptic channel.
Yeah, now it's on that Armored Gregory
Yeah.
channel.
Yeah, the Armored Gregory and then Shoe Offhead, where they put up their content together. But I don't know. I still like the two. Like I can disagree with some of the things that have been happening, but I still like them. Like I'm just gonna put that out there.
I still enjoy their content, but it's just they could do less with the ego.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm still subscribed to AS. I've only had one person that I've unsubscribed to, and they just really had to tick me off to do that, and that was a month-long decision. There.
Who is that?
I think I know.
I don't want
I
to.
think I have an idea.
Yeah, I don't want to mention names.
Markov?
But no,
No,
Angry MGTOW.
no. The only foot I
it
ever.
was totally Sandman, wasn't it?
Yeah, you got me, Danny. It was Sandman. No, the only time I ever set foot on a Markov video is when he called me out, and I've never been back since. So I was done with him before he was gone.
He's gone now, and all of my subscribers are cheering because I'm not making MGTOW content anymore.
Who was the guy that I saw it on your Twitter, Danny? Someone doxed him. Who revealed the info? Like, who was told that his information was revealed?
So
he got doxed?
Somebody came to me trying to give me his docs, and I told them no. And I guess they went ahead and told him that they had the docs, as well as, I guess, through him, this person talking to other people, Rational Shitlord also found out that he had the docs and warned Markov, so Markov just deleted his shit.
Well, that's the thing. Was it a name, address, or is it just the name?
It was his. Basically, it was all the information he had up on his. It was like a personal Twitter account or something like that.
Oh,
okay.
And by the way, in case you didn't see it in my last Grump of the Week, if you are responsible for that, that's bullcrap.
Oh, that is
I didn't
bullshit.
like Markov. I did not agree with him. I wanted him to go away from me, but I didn't want to see him doxxed. That's just BS.
For me, with
Markov, I know. I publicly condemned it on my Twitter account.
Yeah. Be prepared, though, Danny. I don't know if very close last night or not, but that must know what you call it, Mr.
Must
Scientist.
Know 3.
Yeah.
He's
claiming that he got all the evidence he needed out of that live stream to.
I told him to go
claim we did it.
I told him he was baiting people. He's not serious.
Yeah.
One of the things
he is a class A MGTOW troll. I ended up actually having to make it so that it would automatically hide all the comments he put on my channel because he was basically just attacking people in my comments.
Well, he was a hair from getting himself banned yesterday. I had my finger on the trigger, but I was trying to be fair. You know, allow discussion, allow disagreement, but let's keep it civil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, one of the things with Markov is don't kill a LOL cow. You milk it for all it's worth.
Yeah.
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 That's okay. I can still use Steve Shavs as a lol cow.
Yeah. I mean, Danny and I gained a fair amount of subs out of that whole Markov thing. Why would we want to kill that?
Yeah. I mean,
seriously. I got almost 100 subs in a matter of a week.
Yeah, what a shame.
But moving on. I am so over that. I am so over it.
No, like, and I just want to put, like, doxing, the only reason it's as bad as it is because the community or internet culture or people in general are so terrible that
hey, Yobi's in the comments
online, like let them know who they are and where they live and their number. You know they're going to do horrible things to them. I just want to put that thought on the air. The reason we don't dox people is because we understand people are awful.
Yeah.
Humans are terrible.
Yeah.
Hey, Yobi's in the chat right now. You want to invite him?
Yeah, hold on a second.
All right.
Hey, it's Yobi Aki.
I just saw him tweet me. Or never mind.
Yeah, it's just the
I
doxing.
feel it's safe for me to say this because this isn't my channel, but part of my and this those of you who are subbed to my channel who are here right now, you're getting a sneak peek. You're all going to get trolled when I post my 500 subscriber video.
Like one of the things, like what is with people in doxing, where they feel like by revealing their information, it's going to make them want to get off the internet.
Well, it's not just relating
So, well,
information. It's the things that happen after that. Like,
Yeah,
If you're someone like Markov, the opinions that you're expressing could actually get you fired from your job.
that's the thing. You should never get
or killed.
Yeah, killing someone over an opinion, over no matter how stupid it seems.
I don't
be
know if I'd go as
killed.
far as to say it could get him killed, but it could definitely get him fired from his job and get him in trouble legally, especially if like he's like paying alimony or paying child support or something like that.
That's if he even has a job, because he posted all the time on his channel.
Yeah, but to be fair, I post 2, sometimes 3 videos a day, and I also work nearly a full-time job.
Shit.
Hey, Yobi.
Hey, how you doing?
Doing all
I
right.
just don't sleep.
I'm good.
Sleep.
Welcome.
What sleep?
Yeah,
I just
do.
troll the internet all day, and because my job, I do.
Look, I
My
keep
job's illegal.
I keep my identity hidden. I stand behind an avatar, and there's a reason for that. If it was just me, I don't care. Come at me, bro.
Yeah.
But I have 4 grandkids, a daughter, and a wife that live here in the same house. I do not want to subject them to some idiot that might think it's okay to swap me or dox me or whatever.
I'm
because
all
of my
alone right
opinions
here.
on the internet.
It's just me. If they want to do it, they should do it to my face, not try to release my information, silence me.
Although I will reiterate, I hit 500 subs, I'm going to do a face reveal. And I figure if you're smart enough to figure out who I am by my face, then you deserve the dogs.
I wouldn't recommend it though.
Yeah.
I just want to point out, if you know what somebody looks like, and there's enough content of them online anywhere, Google will tell you who they are. It's real easy to do.
You know who I Hate Everything is?
I do now.
Well, yeah. Back in May, someone was able to get a photo from him from 2012, and they posted it. But he still keeps trying to hide behind it, even though that photo is well circulated through the internet.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look that photo up right now.
Yeah, type in "I hate everything's" face, and it's probably going to be Encyclopedia Dramatica's.
Hate everything.
Oh, is that where it got posted? I saw some stuff on Twitter, and
that's where Larry got doxed as well. It's that same site.
They're cancer. That's why when you mentioned them earlier, I was like, I may go look at it when I'm drunk, because that site is absolute cancer. It's almost as bad as Tumblr gets.
Encyclopedia Dramatica.
I hate everything.
Yeah, no, they dox everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I find it. I'll say this. I use a different name on most social media platforms. So especially for me, if you can connect all the dots, it's good for you. You fucking have it.
You remember when Monday Matt got doxxed?
Yeah.
I mean, not doxxed, swatted.
Yeah, I remember that.
He actually did get swatted. It was awful.
I'm gonna look up Bloodwig's World War II records.
That's what I was laughing at.
Here, did you find the photo?
I was more Vietnam era, my mind. You're a little too
You
early.
were Vietnam.
Come on, my mind. You have to know he was in the Revolutionary War.
Oh, don't get me started. You know that's my area of expertise.
I'm a veteran of the Mean War.
He was sitting right next to George Washington on the boat going across the Delaware.
Yes, he was.
We are the nations.
I was a part of the Great Meme War of 2016, just with the presidential election with 4chan. It was fun while it lasted.
Can we just take a moment and reflect on the fact that 4chan helped get a president elected?
Yeah, a living meme. That's what's funny about that. I was a part of that
4chan
whole.
really, or was it just SJWs being it?
It's a little bit of both, actually.
Too many factors to attribute it to just one.
Exactly.
You need 100 different factors going 100 different ways to get Donald Trump elected.
But you can give credit to 4chan for the Pepe memes. So
That's my boy there, right there.
I kind of gathered that from your Twitter avatar.
I hate everything. Is like he looks like he's 12. I mean,
Yeah, I know, he
Which-
has a baby face.
Which, by
He's
the
12.
way, Tom, you gave me a little bit of a scare.
Oh.
Okay, when you asked me on Twitter, you and Satan come on Twitter and asked me if I would do a live stream. I said sure, and then I started looking, because all I knew is just talking to you in the chat.
Yeah.
And in your Twitter profile says you're 6-year-old Minecraft player.
yeah.
I'm like,
I read
what? Oh
read-
no!
that. I read that.
Oh no, I just said that for I don't know.
What?
I got bored.
What if he was really a 6-year-old Minecraft player?
Well, he'd have to be a really smart 6-year-old to keep up with the kind of content we all stick out. I mean, the wage gap and all that, that's kind of above most 6-year-olds' brains.
I don't know. It's just one of those unserious sort of things.
I just figured that you forgot the one.
Oh.
You were trying to say 16. I was like, well,
Oh,
that'll be
no.
If
It's just
I was thinking, God, if he's 6, how do I do this?
That's a good question.
Well, now you know.
You could probably talk to Traversable MGTOW.
Oh, God.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
He
all
likes
about
to
the meadows.
He likes to project.
Oh, that could be interesting.
Yeah, that guy. Ugh, boy, I hate that fucking faggot.
I don't know. It's just MGTOW is a interesting idea. It's just the extremists piss me off.
Well, Traversable is one of those extremists.
Yep, and I hate him.
I hate everything.
Yep.
Now here very shortly, and I do plan on doing live streams as a regular event at least once a week, probably more likely on Sundays than anything. But I met a fellow on Irate Bear's live stream a couple of days. Well, Miss Misa's live stream actually, a couple of days ago, by the name of Magnus Deacon, and he's an ex-MGTOW.
Oh.
And he's very knowledgeable, and I'm going to try to get him on a live stream here in the next couple of weeks. So.
Yeah,
I want to
he's
be
able
a part
to.
of that live stream to ask him.
He's a better talker than me. I'm trying to get him in a live stream, but I can't really do it.
Yobi, you're trying to get everyone, and they just try to push you off because they say, "Oh, you're a simp," so I'm not going to listen. to you.
No, that I try to get people that agree with me slightly. I don't try to get MGTOWs.
Yeah, it's just me. I see your comments, and all they do is call you a simp or a cuck.
Yep, that's what I
That's the MGTOW handbook right there.
do. Right.
And I
had a pretty productive live stream the other day with MGTOW Slim.
yeah, you
Yeah,
did.
that was a good chat.
That was a good chat, but some things he said that you can't agree with.
I don't agree with everything he said, but I can at least respect MGTOW Slim. Like he's I think he's wrong, but he has at least respectable opinions.
Well, he had
Like,
the balls to come on and face Danny one-on-one on a quote enemy unquote channel, and presented himself very well and very decently and very civilly. And even though, like you said, I couldn't agree with everything, I thought he'd done a very good job. I enjoyed listening to what he had to say.
He was the complete opposite of Markov.
I was going to say, I asked him a lot harder questions and proposed to him with a lot harder rebuttals than I gave Markov, and he took it in stride.
You know what? Actually, did anybody listen to the interview with Roaming Millennial and Angry MGTOW?
I was in it. I was in the chat. Oh, it was a shitstorm of just strange, angry, micro penis wielding men just ranting.
Bitter losers.
I call it the circle jerk.
Yeah.
He was coming close to losing it on Miss Misa's stream the other day. He was getting pretty irate.
But not.
I missed that one.
Speaking about irate, I had to do this video response to Irate Bear. I wonder if Irate Bear is related to the Irate Gamer.
I don't think so. I talked to Irate. Irate's one of my good friends on YouTube, and we talk daily, many times daily, as much as I talk to Danny probably.
Does he know the Irate Gamer at all?
He may. He actually started out on YouTube doing gaming videos. Irate Bear did, until Bearing got a hold of him and helped him get into doing what we do.
It's actually ironic that his name is Irate Bear, because I'm like Irate Gamer, Irate Bear. They could be related. because there's this guy named Irate Gamer that was a ripoff of the Angry Video Game Nerd. If anybody knows who that is.
Yeah, I know.
Mhm.
He's the guy
Yeah.
that criticized Ghostbusters when he said he was going to watch it.
Yeah, and Irate Gamer is a total a hack of the AVGN. You just gotta see it, like their videos back to back, and see how Irate Gamer actually rips off AVGN.
Thing is that like that's a huge thing, like not just on YouTube, but like on any content driven thing or any media driven thing. Everyone kind of rips off each other. Some people do it in the most respectable way, or they do it in like a creative way, but everyone kind of just goes, all right, well, that's my idea now. So,
But there's
mine.
blatant plagiarism, though.
Yeah.
Plagiarism, and
That's the internet at its finest.
That's what Irate Gamer did.
Oh yeah, and like when you do it in such a poor way that one, it's obvious, it's blatant, and it's simple and bad. Like, okay, yeah, you're gonna get shit for that because you didn't add anything to it. You made no creative license whatsoever. You didn't attribute the original work to the person who did the thinking for you or did the creating for you. You just stole it and then made it your own. No,
that sounds like reaction channels. Remember those?
I hate those. I still hate them. They're awful. They're absolutely terrible.
I don't blame you.
That was like, if you want to be a talentless hack, all you have to do is just put the screen in the bottom of the corner and watch it. That's all you got to do.
There's hundreds of thousands of those channels on YouTube.
And at least they're starting to fade away, though, ever since, like, with Grade A, Under A, I Hate Everything, iDubbbz made videos just calling them out, like
Grade A, Under
Jinx.
A has the most annoying voice.
He does. That's why I just do closed captions.
Leafy.
Oh,
Leafy has
those
the most annoying
days.
voice.
Leafy.
Oh,
I
good
can
grief.
The thing with Leafy, though, is that Leafy's channel will never die. It
Oh,
will
no.
never die.
Because there's always going to be idiots on the internet, and idiots on the internet love watching idiots on the internet make fun of idiots on the internet.
I admit, I watched Leafy for a while, but it just got boring after a while.
I tried
watched,
watching a couple of them, and that's as far as I could get.
What's that?
I
video game
watched.
Leafy
I was
always
subscribed to
play?
Jinx for a good 2 or 3 months.
Oh, God.
Who?
Jinx.
Cenk Uygur.
Oh.
That's funny.
I sorry, my brain wouldn't let me remember him for a second. I think he was trying to help me.
Young Turks.
Well, see, I liked him for his breakdowns of the epic rap battle to history videos.
I've seen one. It was bad.
So,
I don't know. Maybe it's just from the urban background that I come from, but the way he tallied up the rap battles was the way I was used to seeing them tallied up.
Yes.
yeah, eventually all channels start to reach the end where, there's only so much content you could do.
Well, I was going to say too. You do realize that our little corner of the internet is something that basically branched off from the concept of reaction channels, right?
Yeah, but you're not watching the video in its entirety. Unedited, though.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say a big part of this community, but the reason I haven't put up any content on this new channel for in the past 3 months or so that I've had this channel is because one, when I did put up content, on my old channel that got deleted, I had no traction on it whatsoever. Didn't get really any views. Didn't really have much interaction with anybody. And then I had one video that pissed somebody off. Ooh, fucking
What was it
everything
about?
was feminism.
Here, tell me what do you talk about in it?
Basically, it was how feminism is the reason why women have it terrible in the West, and they refuse to do anything about the parts of the world where women have it horrible. But they increasingly talk about that as a reason to make changes here, and they keep perpetually making themselves more and more fucked over, and they keep making things worse for themselves. And then everyone, you're blaming the victim. This is like blaming a rape victim. One, and two, you just called me a rape apologist. You're an idiot. And then that went everywhere, and now the channel got shut down after that.
Yeah, it's just like with like my issue with feminism as well is they always talk about how bad things are here and how bad they're oppressed, and then they reference like Middle East, for example, and say how bad it is there. Then they turn a blind eye when something bad happens there.
But like to bring it back to the thing that I was trying to say, like, but the reason why a lot of the or some of the community is the way it is just reacting to other things, is because when you do really put out like those opinion pieces and you put out like the content that isn't about somebody else's opinions or about somebody else's content or about something else, whatever, then you're really stating like like certainties on your opinions on things. And as soon as all one person has to do is just misconstrued your real opinions, not just a reaction to something else or saying this isn't true, this isn't whatever. Oh, well, now he's this and he can't defend it because he said these are his real opinions, yada yada. Now he's a rape apologist or he's an Islamophobic Islam apologist. Oh, Jesus. Like, and then like just you get the controversy and the buzz from it, but you also get the massive amounts of hate and vitriol and people trying to ruin what you're doing too.
Yeah. It's just they don't understand that I'm not attacking you, I'm attacking the argument.
Or an idea.
Yeah.
Like you can attack ideas that are in somebody's head and it's not attacking the person.
Exactly.
Although you may hold the ideas or they exist within your mind, I don't have to attack your head to get to the ideas. They're in the air. You've said it. I can attack the idea now.
But many people have a hard time separating that because their ideas become so personal to them that when you attack their ideas, to them it's personal because it's so much of who they are.
It's more label driven than it is ideologically driven. Like
that's like my biggest issue with
I am the ideology.
That's like my biggest issue with ideologies. They feel like it defines me for who I am. Ugh.
I wouldn't say that's necessarily a thing for all things that would fall under the umbrella phrase of ideology, but you can definitely see that in a lot of modern ideologies that are born out of the West and out of the need for victim points in a place where they just really can't be found.
Well, they're trying to make up an enemy that doesn't exist to prolong itself.
Yeah, and I the whole they are the ideology. I really think I did a good job going into that in the video I made today, but just to be brief on it, they seem to have conflated this idea that an attack on feminism or an attack on social justice means that you hate them. You hate everything that has to do with every person that has to do with that. It's like, no, I hate the idea. I don't hate the people.
I wish they'd understand that. Then I wouldn't really have much of a problem with it. Is they take it personally. Ugh.
I don't know. I think I'd still have an issue with like the way that SJWs and feminists go about things, but I don't.
Oh yeah, it's just you can't criticize.
I think it'd be less annoying.
Like they feel like you can't touch them because they feel like they're doing such an important thing on the world, and we can't be mean or criticize it.
I always try and steal the way Dr. Randomercam puts it, and like he's one of my favorites. But I am by definition, but not by identity, and by definition, not by identity, both a WRA and an MRA. Either, but I do advocate for the rights of both men and women.
I understand what you mean.
I'm not a Meninist or a MGTOW, and I'm not a feminist or a feminazi, but I do advocate for the rights of both men and women.
I believe the word you're looking for is egalitarian.
Nope. I'm not.
Feminism is for equality, though. Herdy her.
But I'm not an egalitarian either because people have and I'll blame this on the SJW ideology or the intersectionality ideology, is that you can't be an egalitarian of opportunity. It has to be an egalitarian of outcome, and that's not what I am.
Yeah, me too.
There are these 3 people that wanna be invited to your stream.
Sure.
There's what's his name? Failure Accomplished Trainer something and DJ.
Jack's Failure Accomplished and
they're all on Failure's stream.
I'm looking at a comment by Zeo Gold where he says, "I hate how feminists always try to make anti-feminism the same as anti-woman." He has a good point. They think it's because if you're fighting for equality, you're a feminist, but if you're not for what feminism is now, they think you're anti-woman.
So you said failure accomplished, and Jax went on.
Failure accomplished, and who are the rest of you guys? Trainer Jax and who's the other person? DJ. I don't know who you are. I'm trying to get I'm trying to connect two streams into one, if that makes sense. So I'm in both streams at the moment.
I'm pretty sure I know the other guy, DJ too. I just forgot his name right now.
Well, I know I've got Failure and Jax on my Twitter.
Okay. Let me send them the link to this hangout.
Yeah, you can go ahead and send it to them. That's fine. As long as Failure doesn't try to kick me out of my own stream.
Yeah, Failure does that. Failure is a fucking.
I know. I was there when he kicked Base Mama out of her own stream. I was there. I was in the stream.
How would that even happen, though? Like, how could you do that?
She had given him control of her control box, of the toolbox, and had forgotten. And of all people to give control of that, he's not the one. Because he loves
to be fair, if you handed me control of the control box, I'd probably do stupid shit too.
I know you would, Danny. There's no question in my mind.
It's probably why I've never been given the control box.
Well, I gave you a wrench. Did you notice that?
I did notice. You have a wrench on mine.
Okay, here's the. I think. Try pressing that button, that link to the stream.
Yeah, for a while there, Yobi, with the way you were like talking as if like you were part of a different conversation, I was like, is he like smoking or something? Like,
yep, I am.
Hold on, is that a reason to be able to be all weird and because
if you know where to get the good shit? Yes, it is.
I'm smoking too. Am I allowed to be weird now?
I haven't.
Only if you got the good shit.
I haven't toked up in over 35 years. What's my excuse?
You know what, Bloodwing? Once you get doxxed, I'll come bring you the really good weed and we'll smoke and stream together.
All right. Yeah. I'm not against it. It's just it's illegal here in my state, so I have no desire to go to jail just for something silly like that.
It's illegal.
It was just legalized in my state.
It's illegal in Texas, but pretty much.
Trainer Jax is here, and where's Failure?
Hey,
in Texas, they only really care is if you're out in public and smoking. If you're at your house and the cops show up, party or whatever, they don't even care.
Hey, Jax, darling.
Just so you know, you a message on Twitter.
Did you ban Failure, Bloodwing?
No, I didn't ban him, but I'm warning him he's not kicking me out of my stream.
He can't. He doesn't have the power, actually.
I don't know. He always seems to find a way.
I don't know.
Got quiet.
You're the only girl here, Trainer Jax. What do you think?
She's violating our male space.
Yeah, you are.
My male safe space.
Trainer Jax, what do you think about feminism?
My Audi's now an innie.
You don't think anything about feminism?
What do I think about feminism? I wish it would die.
Why do you want to kill all women?
Why? You have internalized misogyny.
Why do I want to kill a woman? Well, I have my own reasons for that, but I don't think they need to be clarified.
You're not gonna kill yourself, are you?
Stop it, shitlord.
I'm not a woman.
Yeah, you're a different gender altogether.
All 70-something of them now.
I am insulted that you would call me a female woman human from Earth.
I'm
I'm a
I am
transgendered
non-binary
pyrofox
computer code.
from the forest planet.
Hey, Lotus. Hi. I got to get her in a stream sometime.
Yes.
She has a beautiful voice.
Yeah, kind of feel bad now for actually killing Failure's stream because he's not here.
My pronouns are Zen, Daddy, God, Lord of the Borderlands,
No,
Free,
Lord,
Adam, Zeno, and Papa. Those are some good pronouns. I'm gonna have to send that to the Discord chat.
My pronouns are I want sex, rape me, and in the ass.
No, I've been told my new pronouns are asshole grandpa. So
My pronoun is dog.
My pronouns are dingo and dingo self.
My pronouns are His Royal Highness.
Ew.
Yeah.
Lame pronoun.
My pronoun is master.
Whoa, kinky.
My other pronoun is daddy.
Well, see, no, okay, I can't use that pronoun because only one person's allowed to call me daddy, and she gets mad.
Whoa, what was that? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
we can.
That
Oh,
joke
okay.
flat.
I think, somebody had audio problems.
That's awesome.
Not that I heard.
I don't know. Cut out there for a second.
Oh, did it?
That
Yeah,
was weird.
on my end.
I probably just thought it was my hearing. So
Oh.
Yeah, that's YouTube.
you know, it's
man,
the
Failure.
batteries in my hearing aid probably cut out. You know.
Hey DJ, what do you think about feminism?
What do I think about feminism?
Yeah.
Fucking shit.
Hey, failure.
What
Oh,
is
is
this
it
I hear
failure?
about my name being slandered? What did I do wrong now?
You Failure, you
Everything.
didn't answer me when I asked you if you were available for a interview.
Accomplished failure.
How dare you?
It's only slander failure if it's not true, and I was there. You kicked Mama out of her stream, so
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, including me. There's 8 of us here. I'm gonna see if I could destroy another stream.
Yeah. Blood, you didn't even find it a little bit funny?
oh, I found.
What's wrong with you, Failure? You think that's funny?
You're a funny guy, aren't you? You're just so funny.
Oh, okay, that's my only one. That's my only one. I'll stop.
But in answer to your question, I found it hilarious. I was about to fall out of my chair.
Uh,
No, but
I just-
I gotta give some props to failure because the only
Damn,
I think
I
subscriber
want
I had
to-
right now is failure. Back from like 3 months ago when I first started this channel up. So thanks, failure.
Not a problem. But I just didn't think it was like YouTube shouldn't allow you from your own. They shouldn't allow you to get banned from your own stream.
No, they should. That was pretty silly. I imagine you probably didn't even know it would take.
No, I thought she would have came back and she would have been like pissed, but
Oh, she was furious.
I
She
do that
was
all the time.
absolutely furious. But we did get her significant other in the stream eventually, so
okay, that's good. It's
Oh,
good that you have a.
You know what I like about Baron? He's actually promoting like smaller channels nowadays.
And
He
always
for
has.
feminists.
Like
Baron's a piece of shit now.
why is that? Why is that?
Because he doesn't have his old avatar. I love the old
Yeah.
avatar.
So Fresh TV came in.
You're like the type that says that if it's not broken, don't fix it.
Thing is, it was broken. The channel didn't work anymore.
Yeah.
Not the channel, but his avatar. Was his avatar broken? It was broken from day one when he stole that image.
Oh, I tweeted a thing to Sugar Tits yesterday. Did you guys see that?
No,
I
I
Hold on,
don't
let
pay
me
attention
retweet.
anymore.
Refresh my memory. I may have. I've been in and off social media the last couple of days. So
By the way, I'm drunk that I tweeted out something I meant to tweet out to my girlfriend.
uh-oh.
Oh yeah.
I was wondering what that was. I was quite confused.
Man, are you Oh, I see what you did.
What?
So
Yeah, I know.
would we call that a drunk pick or a dick pick or fail pick
Oh.
or a drunk fail pick?
An accomplished pick.
A dick was accomplished.
Can you present my dick? Yeah. No, my
Well,
screen.
failure is a dick.
Did you just assume his fucking sexuality?
Whoa! The infinity screen.
Yeah. By the way, this one is in England right now, which is scary. Look at all this fucking just Muslims walking in the street.
Where's this at?
England.
Kinky.
This is in Iraq, Afghanistan, or even Pakistan.
Sure looks
This
like
is
it.
footage from
It
England.
sure looks like Chirac.
This is the new
I'd love to go there to fucking die. Hashtag 80 memes.
That's how you do
Yep.
it.
I say anybody that lives in England right now, move out now.
Run.
But look at that shit. Like imagine like a English woman wearing like a top they find inappropriate, how fast they could fucking surround her and be like fucking stone her to death and shit.
That's Sharia law right there.
Yeah. Seriously, look
Look
at all
at
these
all of
fucking
them.
dudes. And it's all just dudes. Like the women are all fucking like they're. I don't know where they are.
Ridiculous.
What the
This
hell?
is
Like,
this
if that fucking
brown
happened in
gel
the show, I'd
face.
be down.
Damn it.
Just
This
fuck
is
right
a
up.
I'm
brown
actually,
face face.
if I ever felt privileged, it would be right now for me living here in America.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is incredible to those of us that live in the U.S. because we just don't see anything like this.
This isn't even a protest or anything. This is just them walking around their
Doing
daily.
I've never
fucking-
seen anything like this.
They're walking on the fucking road to count.
Yeah, they're walking on. I was about to say the same. Why are they walking on the road?
Because that's not an Islam law. That is just a British law. You don't have to follow British law. Those are evil white laws.
You're Islamophobic. That's why.
I'm an Islamophobic Islam apologist.
Oh.
I get
was
that
about to
comment
say
all
that-
the time.
I was about to say, damn, that's a really tall Muslim guy. It was actually a kid on his shoulders. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
I saw him.
Wow, you walk down the street like that in my neighborhood, somebody gonna run you over in a 4x4.
Yeah.
Wait, you know how
Look at how
fucking-
many of them are like in a small fucking area, though. That's the.
That is awful.
You know how
Failure.
cunts say ISIS has nothing to do with Islam when
Uh,
ISIS stands for fucking Islamic State of Iraq and shit, Syria.
Hashtag not all.
Hashtag
By the way,
failure. Answer your Twitter messages.
fuck
You
them
just-
all.
it's bugging me. It's just sitting there unanswered.
Yeah, those notifications are pissing me off.
By the way, Axis, when you, I totally forgot, and that's why I have it, because I've been, well, like, honestly, I came back to Twitter and YouTube, and I was like, what's with everybody with Armored Skeptic avatars? I'm fucking clueless of what's happening.
He thinks,
But,
he owns the trademark to suit
Yeah.
Google
and his
image.
helmet. So,
I got a
so
trademark
this
on my
faggot,
Google
he,
image.
Oh.
Can you
He's
read
gonna
this,
be-
Jax?
Yeah,
Well,
I
what?
seen that one
I almost made an
yesterday.
armored bingo.
I need feminism
vagina has
because
a
my
voice.
vagina has a voice. Are you serious? Does it sing? Is it like a
Don't-
pretty
don't
voice
shoot, man.
or?
I shall feast upon the flesh of the innocent. Feed me.
Oh,
That's
Lord.
Same.
Yeah.
Feed.
And there's one of Ric Flair
all night long.
wrestling a bear.
Oh, I saw this.
Oh.
So he rapes sugar tits and beats a bear.
It's patented figure four.
Right on the bear.
Fisty Splinter smoking crowd.
Hey, Fader, can you sell me that the first video?
The first one.
Woo.
Yeah.
Y'all talk amongst
save it.
yourself. Y'all talk amongst yourself. I'm gonna be a real redneck and go get me another Mountain Dew.
Who's asking
Man,
for it? I'm
Me,
not looking at this.
Yobi Axis.
Oh,
Yeah.
The only thing I got is my almost empty bottle of El Dorado.
You really should be checking those notifications because I sent you something beautiful.
okay. I'll check it right now.
Sorry, I added you something beautiful. I didn't message you. I wonder if DJ already saw it. I think he did. He did.
You fucking liked my tweet. How could
I
you?
did
fucking-
like it. I am forgetful. Don't even worry about it. It's fine.
Hey, Fader, did you see the interview Paul Elam did with MGTOW 101?
No, I haven't seen that one, yo. What
Oh,
was that one about?
I gotta watch that.
Yeah,
Oh, me too.
that was actually pretty good because MGTOW 101 is not a radical.
I guess I have to do some more drawing bullshit. Why did I sign up for this?
I don't know. What was it? Because there was a. I don't know. I don't even know where I was going with that.
Huh.
There's a black chick. Diversity.
What monkeys? Where?
What?
Are they
So
ranting
that's-
monkeys? Hopefully, they're ranting monkeys and not turf monkeys.
We need one of those.
Fun.
No, not really. Though that probably is a commonly held belief. The trad content feminists both agree that that's on that, of course.
Yobi, did you see what Alice put in the chat?
What did she put in the chat?
He said he asked if you were going to want to join in with the stream he's trying to set up with MGTOW 101.
Should I?
Hmm.
'Cause I don't.
It's up to you, man.
It's not like I like MGTOW 101, but I don't really hate him either.
I wonder if I could get angry McTell to like talk to me. Probably not. I'm probably too below him.
Yeah.
If he's legitimate non-radical MGTOW, I'd love to talk to him. Hell,
What do
I
I hear,
can't
like, a
find any
fucking-
non-radical MGTOWs.
Who are we talking about now?
McTell
MGTOW 101.
I don't really watch his shit, so I don't really know for sure. But he probably might be a big generalizer too.
Yeah, probably.
Who's playing the fucking police video?
I think
Okay.
Failure's got his police scanner on in the background.
Such professionalism.
Yeah.
You know, Failure, as much as I'd love to hear about what's going on with the police in your area, I don't think anybody else there does.
By the way, I was reading an article today about how prostitution has been decriminalized somewhere in Africa, but now it's pissing off the older prostitutes.
Oh, really?
That's
It
fantastic.
should have
Supply
been
and demand right
decriminalized
there.
the whole time.
Well, that's like here in my state, it's illegal to sell alcohol on Sunday. You know, blue laws comes up every year to pass where you can. The ones that fight it every year are the liquor stores.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They
Why?
don't want it passed because that would lose their monopoly on it. They would be afraid they'd lose too much business to the grocery stores and stuff that can be open longer.
Well, there's still, at least in Texas, and that's usually where a lot of the Bible thumpy laws start out before they go anywhere else. They can't sell liquor anywhere except a liquor store. Like if it's a bar, you can't sell liquor. It has to be a bar license, and anything else has to be a wine and beer license.
Well, where I'm from in Kentucky is actually a dry county. Alcohol is illegal, period.
Oh, so you have to go out of county to buy it, period?
Yeah, you have to go 2 counties over to hit a wet county. And it's, you hit it because as soon as you cross the county line, there are a dozen liquor stores, I'm not exaggerating, lined up on both sides of the road as soon as you hit the county line.
Yeah, I've been places like that. Like it sucks. I mean, I was only there for a few weeks, but I had to drive like 30 minutes in either direction to get alcohol, and I needed alcohol pretty much every day. I was driving an hour every single day just to get alcohol.
The little town I'm from, my family's from, in Kentucky, Houstonville, Kentucky, has 600 people. That's if everybody's home at the same time. And we had, in that little town, we had our own bootlegger who would drive over to Campbellsville, buy all the liquor, bring it back to sell it for more than it's worth. And right next door, his neighbor was the town sheriff. So
yeah, I got a story similar to that, but alcohol is a little bit more acceptable than what I was doing.
well, that happens there too. Don't think it doesn't. Kentucky is tobacco country, or where I'm from in Kentucky. And you'd be surprised at how many fields start out being tobacco, but once you get to the center is not tobacco anymore.
Weed's a little bit more acceptable than what I was selling to the preacher or the sheriff's kid too.
And I'd much rather face a moonshiner than somebody growing. They don't play. I got shot at once for stumbling into somebody's weed patch.
Was it in Palestine, Texas? About 7 years ago?
No.
Might have been me.
No, it was in Houstonville. And I was just taking a walk and walking through a field and didn't realize what I was standing in until I seen the dust kicking up around me. Then the report of the rifle. They were a good ways off, but they were just letting me know they could shoot me if they wanted to.
Oh yeah,
just keep walking, buddy. Don't pick any of it up.
Like they really don't want to shoot you. They really want to just get you to leave as quickly as possible.
And I did. I'm not stupid.
Because if they shoot you, then they got to deal with you for like all of that. That's just sitting there laying there now.
And then you're gonna get the cops coming in. The weed.
Probably not. There's way too many hills and hollers and ravines down there to toss a body that would probably never be found.
Don't you get blood on the plants?
Yeah,
I
spoil
don't
the
want
crop.
blood in their weed.
Sidney Crawford, is she the one that has the little fucking mole that keeps fucking growing or whatever? Beauty
on her upper lip.
Yeah, this thing.
She's always looked like either a 9 or a 1 to me. Like there's not many pictures I can see where she's in between there. She's either a 9 or God, that's human.
Which one was the one that was anti-vaccine?
Oh,
Soccer moms.
Jenny McCarthy.
Yeah.
She's a 9, but she's a real dumb 9.
Yeah, she's an airhead.
She's a physical 9, but her brain brings her down to like a 5.
How much would it suck to be dying in here on 9/11?
Oh,
I guess these people wondered if it was an inside job.
people.
Inside the building job, they were above it.
Silly planes. It was an inside job.
They were all above that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or were they?
Oh,
I love seeing like construction shit of like shit that is famous. Golden Gate Bridge. By the way, have you guys ever seen that
Golden Gate,
documentary, The
actually.
Bridge?
No.
It's basically they got permission from San Francisco to film the bridge on the pretense that it was to do a study on traffic. But what they
is that
were
the
really looking,
suicide one?
yeah,
I've seen clips of it. I haven't seen the whole thing.
yeah. And there was one where like a guy just like did a flip right into suicide. But the one that, yeah, the one that tripped me out is the dude that survived that year. He said as soon as he jumped, he regretted it.
Ain't no going back now, bud.
View from Chrissy Field during construction of the Golden Gate fake news story.
No, you're fake news.
You're fake news.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for having me, Bloodwing. I'm gonna duck out to finish working on this video here and then go get some sleep.
Okay, Danny.
All right.
That was
Bye.
Loser.
a long time ago.
Have a good one.
Well, there's a gal that's went downhill.
Who, Lisa Bonet?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
I've seen a recent picture of her, and it is just awful.
Yeah.
Oh
Well,
well,
at least in the 80s, she was kind of cute.
she
Yeah.
was, but what did you expect? Like it, she's old now.
Well,
Tasmanian
so am I. What are you
tigers.
trying to say, Yobi?
Yeah, that's mean, Yobi.
Well, not you.
Beautiful.
Bloodwing.
I love Thylacines. They're my favorite.
Oh, they're dead now. They're all dead.
Oh, yeah, but I still love them.
Well, they had a giant mouth. You have you seen them?
Yeah, they were like, they looked kind of like rats.
This just looks like it would kill you.
Like their tail and the muzzle shape were rats.
Oh, yeah. My
But the
favorite.
reason was so cute.
My favorite Looney Tunes character was Taz for the longest time.
Oh my god.
Oldsmobile.
I used to have
Like-
the game.
It just
The
says
Taz game.
1988.
That was
That's
fantastic.
probably off of a Cutlass.
That's off. Yeah, that would have been the Cutlass. I
Where's
had
the
one.
ashtrays?
I work on cars a lot.
Is the ashtray here? Where's the ashtray?
The car.
The ashtray is probably right under the radio there, just above that thing in the center
The
console.
tray would come
One
out
of
of the
those-
center console.
Yeah.
You know what? I bet my
was like a
dad
drawer.
would probably like a car like that. But
It's an
I
old
remember-
car. The ashtray was the kid with his hands held out.
I forget what car it was, but there were like ashtrays in the door.
Yep. There were a
Yeah.
lot of them that did.
yeah, I remember those.
My second car after the nice one that I had was had ashtrays in the door.
Yeah.
Old school Pontiac.
Yeah, back in the day, they would have little pocket ashtrays in the door, the big one in the center console. They'd have them on the back of the front seats so the people
There
in the
you
back
go.
could smoke.
You even had a lighter, and there it seems.
I remember those.
We
Those were
still have
yeah.
that exact kind of car in New Zealand. So
Yeah, that's a link in there.
Really?
back in my day.
maybe you should import one of those cars over here so I could give it to my dad.
What tripped me
Okay.
out is when I used to fly. I haven't flown like since like 2000.
What?
Yeah, I haven't fucking flown. Most of the time, I either drive or boat.
Uncultured swine.
Yeah. But seeing an ashtray, like it was like sealed, but you could tell it was there. Like at one time, people were smoking in the sky.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
The thing is, though, like
yeah, I
that,
heard of that.
that day should come back because there's many times when the kid is crying that it's either I should either smoke or murder that children.
The first
Look at
time
the-
I ever flew on an airplane probably would have been 75. And yeah,
Look
you
at
could
that shit.
smoke.
Look at that shit. Cigars. There were still stewardesses. You could still
Oh,
pinch your
that was
ass.
like
Man, terrorists run the wrong decade.
Before they were sky waitresses.
that must have been Pan Am, right?
Oh no! If it was Pan Am, like you'd see like a little curtain in the front with all the people in the front getting blowjobs.
You know what? Pan Am should still be alive today. It would be
What
as
do you
big
think the
as-
story is behind this one, Rare?
That's Tosh.0.
It's a real fake what?
No, it's fake.
Tosh.0. He's quote comedian unquote.
He's
Yeah,
either
they're-
really, really funny or just tries too hard and it kind of just comes off cringy as, no, Danny, no.
No smoking in toilet. Yeah.
Get the children involved.
I don't
Those
fly over
die
your
hard,
house.
That's
Don't.
actually awesome. Oh, Pan Am stewardesses.
Yeah.
They were. I still kind of wonder what Pan Am was like. Because
Oh,
I keep hearing about them, and
was-
it's like,
it was raunchy.
really?
Yeah.
You're all older than me, so I probably would kind of wish that I lived during that era so that I experienced that myself.
I mean, I was dead before they came around, but I remember hearing the stories like, oh, they were there. There's not one story that isn't. Yeah, so then the cocaine came out, or yeah, and then I started getting head. Like, what?
You know
Why
what?
was flying so much better back then?
I heard
Go
of
back in time as an 18-year-old with like, let's say like $1 million in whatever time, right? Would you rather go back as 18 in the 70s or the 80s?
probably the
70s.
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 And I'll tell you why.
More coke.
Why?
Because in the 70s, when I was still smoking weed, you could buy an ounce of the best stuff in the world for $30.
Really?
Oh shit!
Oh yeah.
Well,
Now,
I'll probably
like,
sell it for like $40.
Right. Go back in time, buy up as much as you can, come back to this time.
And actually sell it for.
Go get a bunch of coke. Go meet up with Blondie.
oh. No, like, if there's one person though that I wish I could go back and do drugs with, it would have to be Hitchens. I want to do blow with Hitchens.
Yeah.
Hitchens, that guy.
Christopher Hitchens.
If he actually did blow, I don't think he would be as intelligent as he was.
He wasn't always just the intelligent shitlord that he was. He also partied a lot in his day too.
I would go back
that's probably
until
that's probably what brought his downfall.
I would tell Bob Marley and Jimi Hendrix to get proper medical care.
Amanda Wolfchild says Edgar Allan Poe. Yeah,
Ooh,
I'd
that'd
like to
be
pick
good.
that man's brain. Yeah.
I heard of that guy.
I hope
Just
you
long as we
have.
don't start talking about cousins, I'm good.
By the way, man at the beach fined for not wearing decent clothes. Is this back in the day where they used to wear like the full fucking suits to the beach?
Yeah, 1931. Yeah.
Yeah,
The women's swimsuits then would have been almost like full below the knee dresses.
he's wearing a woman's top, so I can't blame that guy for writing him a ticket.
Well,
It's
at least the
1931.
Muslims have it right with making their women wear burqas to the beach.
Yeah.
See, this
By
is
the way,
1931.
it's so fucked up.
So,
Like the reason all this has happened is because there wasn't a war going on. Like we just need more war in the world, and then all the social issues will die.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Muslim women and American women would look at each other and say, "What a male-dominated society we live in."
They're getting the burqa banned here in Australia.
By the way, I'm in Miami and going to the beach. I've been seeing more and more Muslim women. Like I've seen women in burqas and shit, and it's like been like 90 degrees.
Yeah, I've actually seen more of the Muslim women nowadays too.
Yeah.
But they're not so much. It's not so crazy like in Europe. But I've been
No,
seeing.
but
more.
I'm starting to see more and more. Like I saw somebody post today that Obama's been like immigrating them into the U.S. secretly or whatever.
go to
Here in the-
Dearborn, you'll see them.
Here in the flyover states, I live in Indianapolis. I've got a big mosque not 10 miles from me here, but we don't see the burqa wearing
People.
type at all.
Harrison Ford working as a carpenter building a studio for whatever. I don't want to read that shit.
Yeah. A street cleaner.
That's actually probably the best street cleaner you would ever find.
Yeah, and all this is horse piss, by the way.
What do you think they're cleaning from the streets?
Horse piss.
Let's see, civil rights activist drinks from. Oh crap!
Oh shit!
But to be fair, he looks like a Dominican, so you might get away with it.
Maybe he's a Dominican.
But he's blacker than Sean King, so he's still black.
I actually have seen those in real life. I'm old enough to have seen white-only counters and drinking fountains and bathrooms.
They're coming back because of the social justice warriors.
Yeah.
I saw colored only in Savannah.
Oh god!
There are places still that haven't been taken down that still have the signs up in a few of the cities out where my great grandparents live.
Where's that?
Hip-hop scene.
It's about 30 minutes, half an hour away from Burleson, Texas. So basically, in between Fort Worth and Dallas, and then go way south, and then into the middle of nowhere.
I kind of would have had experience New York during the 70s and 80s, see what it was like. But
This
I'd
looks
probably
fucking dirty as fuck. I remember as a kid in the 90s in New York, prostitutes and shit. This was as Giuliani was trying to fucking clean it up, I guess.
Yeah.
I think you're being trolled, Jax.
Yeah.
What happened?
In the chat, magnificent bastard.
Oh no! What did I do?
Can't we just send
Australia needs to have segregation in the Kiwi?
Oh, absolutely. Please,
Somebody should tell Bering.
Never talk to us again, please.
Fine.
I like how he says that, but he's the one that's giving me $5 a month, so that's fine.
Is Kiwi a new racial term I can use? Is that a new racial slur?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely new.
I like how
It's
this one
definitely
is
not new.
Kurt Cobain having fun. This is an odd picture.
I'll be right back. I'm getting a fucking drink.
Alrighty.
That's a woman.
Kurt Cobain, the woman.
Mm-hmm.
Lamplighter. That used to be a fucking job. People had to go light.
That sounds like shit.
Probably make you some decent money, no?
Oh yeah, but it still sounds like shit.
Yeah.
Some funny kind.
Oh, did you guys hear that Ringling Brothers is closing up their circus now?
Really?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
No, when I heard that, it was kind of one of those stories where I was like, it makes sense, but it's still kind of, it sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been around for 156 years?
Somewhere around there. Long time.
Why exactly are they closing?
Just people aren't going.
Or PETA.
That too, the PETA forced them to take away their elephants, and the elephants was a big thing.
Only the elephants. Nothing else matters.
Yeah.
Thing is, what I don't get about PETA is they do the exact same shit as every other single animal organization that, we have to save the cute animals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's ones we can spend $10 on and save them for the rest forever, but they're ugly as shit.
Yeah, check out the website.
Have you seen what PETA's really been about now?
Oh, if you don't eat chicken, your penis will grow. Did you hear that?
Yeah. That's what they're trying to... The thing about PETA
So
now...
edgy.
Oh, look. They're fucking celebrating.
Oh, Dr. Phobos. More brains in here than on Kurt Cobain's garage ceiling.
They're celebrating that it's over for Ringling Brothers.
Dr. Phobos says, I'm a lifelong PETA member. People eating tasty animals.
Yeah, good job, PETA. You just lost who knows how many jobs for people that probably can't get work anywhere else.
What are they going to bitch about now?
But here's a trend that I've been seeing on PETA. When you look up feminism, look at how
no, they're combining.
do women make better animal rights activists?
Oh God!
Fuck off.
Animal rights.
Animal.
Intersectionality at its finest.
Animal.
Thing is, though, like intersectionality is going to lead to one of two things: either this fucked up weird society where no one can enjoy anything, that because it'll be at the expense of somebody else, and everything is just at this just dead-eyed, drugged up state. Well, nothing is enjoyable or nothing is terrible, or it's going to end up being like the supervillain and all those old school comics where it's, well, I have to save humanity by killing them because they're all miserable. I have to end this
I
suffering.
agree with that.
Somebody read
They want
this
a
one?
world without any criticism. Without criticism,
write
you
this
can't
shit.
fix your flaws, and everything will just get worse.
Satan, can you read this one?
We have
Oh,
all
let me go back to the
voices for a
actual-
reason why all females have to stick together. It's not just human females that have historically been subjugated, oppressed, and abused, and had their reproductive systems regulated and controlled. Oh, God damn.
When they say these stories, they forget. Whenever they sex the animals, oh, it's a girl. She's going to be put in this cage where she gets to lay eggs. Oh, it's a boy?
Nah.
Put it in a grinder. Oh, the women's.
Have you seen the fucking video? Have you seen the fucking video? How they just throw them into the fucking grinder? It's like,
Dude,
not like
Google search it.
I don't even fucking want to. It's fucking cruel.
It's fucked up. But they'll sit there and take that and say, oh, the poor women animals, because once you're dead, you can't bitch anymore. Rape's only worse than murder because the rape victims are around to complain about it.
You're a rape apologist.
If that makes me one, fine. I'll be a rape apologist for that. But murder is worse than rape. Can we accept that? No?
Yeah.
Oh, then you're an idiot.
No, you're a sexist if you are.
Ending someone's life is worse than doing a bad thing to someone in their life.
Let's
that's
see.
an
8 vegetarians who might surprise you. Steve Martin.
When did Peter become fucking retard?
Always.
Always.
I've never looked
Susan
at
B.
Peter.
Anthony.
What a surprise, a feminist.
a racist feminist.
It is in a show. I'm gonna kill myself.
Yeah.
Can I join you? Oh, here we go. Rosa Parks.
What happened, Jax?
Oh, what? No. Someone, never mind.
Are you trying to take Rosa Parks' seat? Oh,
No.
fucking TMZ, fucking.
Vanilla Ice, just stop being relevant so you can die.
But look at this.
Wait, he's still alive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's doing fucking real estate now. He's flipping houses and shit.
Shit.
Yeah.
Fun.
But Harvey Levin has TMZ. That fucking piece of shit website.
Fuck's sake.
It's like MTV.
Let's see.
Where's my grinder?
Peter's sexiest vegetarian celebrity of 2016.
Oh, God.
Fashion place. Oh, fuck.
What is that going to be? Just them with their tits out?
Yes. I hope
That's
so.
one thing.
You
Like,
don't want to
Point.
Yeah,
You don't want to
People-
see that.
people
Zigo.
addressed
watching
PETA,
me man
like,
boobs.
Zigo,
they had an
not
article.
a cannon big enough.
No.
There's not a
They-
cannon big enough to strictly buff out.
They had an article about like people were asking PETA like, if you're for feminism, then why do you use these nude female models for your agenda, whatever? And they say, oh well, it's because they're willingly consensually paid to do this.
Now look on that picture there.
Mhm.
The second from the left of the top picture, the banner, second from the left on the bottom row is proof positive that having a vegan diet stunts your growth.
Is that the same guy who wrote the "Your dick doesn't grow if you eat chicken" guy? Oh.
Oh dear.
I'm not sure about that one. I heard that, but I don't know.
Peter Dinky.
Peter Dinkley.
I do like him on Game of Thrones, though. He's.
I hate kids of celebrities and rich people because they live in a fucking world where they're like you're gonna into a fucking experience a night that would cost like the fucking regular working person their entire fucking week wage and shit.
Yeah.
The only
Wow.
kid of a celebrity I've ever met was Jaden Smith, and he's a twat. Just a douche.
I've seen some of his tweets. I'm not sure he's not brain damaged in some way.
Or it could be an act.
I don't know. Pretty good act. Some of the stuff.
Unfortunately, they weren't able to get a shot of them ticketing whoever. But I like this shot of the hag getting a pie in the face in Paris a couple of years ago. Better anyway. What? So it's okay. It's okay for PETA to call women hags and to be happy that they got assaulted. Is that what we're getting?
Why would they waste food just to throw it in someone's face?
Do these people have common fucking sense?
No.
Do they have a brain, for fucking starters?
I'm still waiting for intersectionality to start advocating for the rights of plants.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No, like if they're gonna go, human suffering is just as bad as animal
humans
suffering.
are oppressing the fucking nature species.
Then like the philosophy, if you take it to the extreme, everyone should get AIDS because it stops you from killing all the living organisms inside your body. Yay! No one kills anything anymore.
How many of these PETA people have, you want to bet, probably have some little fancy little lap dog that they dress up in stupid outfits?
Yeah.
Even though if you look they have a frequently asked question thing. Hold on, where is it?
Is it the one where it's talking about the animal shelters?
I think this is it right here. Basically, it talks about how animal rights. Oh yeah, we at PETA very much love the animal companions who share our homes, but we believe that it would have been in the animal's best interest if the institution of pet keeping, i.e., breeding animals to be kept and regarded as pets, never existed. The international pastime of domesticating animals has created an overpopulation crisis. As a result, millions of unwanted animals are destroyed every year as surplus.
Yeah,
I read that 30 times before you read that one.
At least, like they do have some credible arguments, though. That is a credible argument.
Yeah,
I've had 12 shots of whiskey, by the way. So.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I love animals, and I'm against abuse. I mean, I've got a dog here, pit bull.
I've had 13 shots of whiskey, by the way.
But I love animals, and I'm against the abuse. But I ain't giving up my bacon for nobody. I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
And like the reason we have that immediate dogs and cats are pretty. Oh, big cats are scary. The drooling dogs are scary. Yeah, that's nature telling us things. That's our biology saying these are friendly, those are not. And we look at a pig.
Oh, look, what a surprise. Only elephants.
We know they're yummy.
Only elephants. That's what they care about.
Let's see. Look back at Ringling Brothers and the Barnum Bailey Circus. Let's see what they have a problem with
performing.
It's gonna be pictures of animals being abused and bloodied and shit.
Yeah.
Like those fucking videos you see on Facebook and shit. It's just like a compilation of fucking animals getting fucking demolished.
Yeah.
P.T. Barnum, there's a sucker born every day.
See, they have creepy clowns. It's not just animals.
That are the clowns.
Yeah, they are.
I'm glad my youngest daughter isn't here to see this. She is scared to. She's 28 years old and scared to death of clowns.
Aww.
At least
I
this is
relate.
nicer than what the Russians do. The Russians nail their feet to the pedals.
Russia hacks everyone. That's what they do.
Of course, I can't talk. I'm a grown adult and I'm highly arachnophobic.
Hey, Saden, what are you doing there?
Arachnophobic.
Saden,
What's up?
is that your great grandfather?
Oh yeah. No, my great uncle.
There's something not quite right going on there. Can't put my finger on it.
Sorry, I was taking a toke.
Hey, what was that?
By the way, a
It was
lot of
him
these
passing out from
people,
the toke.
some of
was a
these
large
people just
joke.
fucking like fought to the death and on with the show.
Not much of this has to do with animals.
Nope. A lot of clowns. Are they against clowns?
Yeah.
Oh, midget
against
clown,
clowns.
midget clown, midget clown.
And
Aww.
doggone it. My brain just went.
You just
The actor there.
get triggered failure.
Of course, they pick him. He's a big rifle enthusiast.
Yeah.
More clowns. What is with the clowns?
Oh.
Well, now they got the elephants. They have to have the feminists in there somewhere.
Oh!
Oh, snap. Oh.
What
I
about
need
the
some
mistreatment
earplugs
of
up in
Asians?
there.
What about the mistreatment of Asians? I'm sure these little girls.
Ew,
Probably
they
were-
deserve it. Come on. Says the Asian.
Fucking Asian
Let's just say, aren't New Zealand's like half Asian anyway? New Zealanders like half Asian
Well,
anyway.
Ask
no,
Michael
I don't
Rowlands.
think so. I'm literally half Chinese, but
Oh,
I don't know about the rest of New Zealand.
Ask
I-
Michael
I-
They're all
Rowlands.
black.
New Zealand half Asian.
Fuckers.
You what?
huh?
New Zealand are not half
Oh, I
Asian.
fucking remember this guy. This guy was like in the commercials all the time. No, that clown.
Yeah, I can't
Wait,
remember
who's
his
the clown?
name.
Spooky. Oh my god. What is
Yeah,
that?
he done a lot of commercials and whatnot, even outside of Ringling Brothers.
Oh, animal abuse.
Animal
What's
abuse.
Abuse.
Oh,
Animal
that's
abuse,
a good
animal
idea.
abuse. Animal abuse.
Bestiality.
You should see the next picture where he pulls out his cock.
But as long as it's flaccid though, because erect penises are evil.
Mm-hmm.
If it's soft, it's okay. If it's hard, it's patriarchy.
No, haven't you heard? It's evolved to even if it is soft, like you deserve death.
Mhm.
As long as you
As long as
have
it's black,
one.
you're fine.
Yeah.
So now
Oh yeah,
this
unless
is-
it's black.
Now this is what Ringling Brothers look like. No elephants. It looks more like the fucking mini X Games than anything else.
Hmm.
It looks
Goodbye,
like
elephants.
a really expensive show that they put on for kids, like those crap ass. Oh hell, what am I trying to?
Disney on Ice.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like
Well-
that.
Look, like the trapeze isn't even like that high, like you would see in like the old pictures and shit.
Things
Yeah.
like they used to do these things outside where it's even windy too, and they stopped doing that because enough they had like one every out of this many people die when we do this. Maybe we should put this inside where there's no wind and our performers don't keep dying.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Well, what's the fun of that? Like the reason you watched it is to it was that reaction
yeah,
is
that's a good point.
I hope they don't fall, and now you know they won't. So
Fuck is. I teased my girlfriend because she like started like doing like vegan recipes and shit. And I told her, all right, then let's do some fucking vegan pancakes then, because she loves pancakes. And she was like, no, fuck that. I can't do vegan pancakes.
What's non-vegan about a pancake anyway?
the milk, eggs.
eggs.
Oh, the milk and eggs. Yeah, okay.
And the honey.
Yeah.
You can't
honey.
have honey.
Why are you putting honey? And oh, Northerner, where are you from?
Or you can't have syrup because that's probably also some fucking.
All right,
You're
you gotta
raping a
tap that
tree. That's why.
You can't have butter.
God, that must be the worst
Oh.
diet.
Wait, what must be the fucking pancake? Like, what ingredients do they use instead of like butter and syrup?
These weird fake ass ingredients. Like you mix them up the right way, it kind of has the right consistency.
So it's not
but
even.
the texture and taste is way off.
Vegan pancake mixes. Sounds like fucking cancer.
We'll find out in 10 years. It's all cancer.
Ooh, there's one that's gluten-free.
Yeah. By the way, where did fucking all the peanut allergies come from? Because I remember when I was in school, nobody fucking had peanut allergies.
Shitty people being allowed to have kids that are weak.
It's the patriarchy.
It comes from people fucking the people that are sickly and weird, and they have weird sickly kids, and those weak sickly kids have more kids, and now everyone has a goddamn peanut allergy, and no one has celiac disease, but everyone wants to eat gluten-free. If you don't have celiac, gluten-free is retarded.
I don't know about peanut allergies, but I think a lot of it does have to do with just overprotection of kids. You know, you got to expose them to stuff before they build up a resistance to it.
Everyone's got to be a bubble boy now.
I love how vegans love to like. They can't just have their fucking vegan food. They have to try to make it look like unhealthy food.
Yeah,
like burgers and fries and shit.
It's to show that they're normal.
Mm-hmm.
If you have to attempt to be normal, you're no.
Yeah,
They
we're
gotta tell you.
Yeah, you gotta tell me about your diet and how I'm not eating anything that's has meat or anything. Ugh.
And they tell you how it tastes just as good.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
Have you ever had a fucking vegan sandwich or some shit?
Yeah, they're terrible.
They're fucking horrible, guys.
I've had some that aren't bad, but they're not as good as fucking what they're trying to replicate.
Yeah.
You can't beat a fucking big juicy burger, mate.
Hold on, I just gotta ask: Does a fur burger count as vegan?
Oh, look at that! 2 teen girls helping to assemble submachine guns during the siege of Leningrad, 1943.
Commie.
Yeah, commie gun.
Used to kill them Nazis.
Oh,
Yeah.
those machine
They had
guns were
good guns.
bad boys too. They had a
good-
very high rate of fire.
What wasn't it like if you found a Russian gun, you changed that for what you had?
Yep.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Thing is, the kick on those things is ridiculous. Like,
Aren't they
you put that up
PPSH,
against
whatever?
your hand on your shoulder, bruised to hell for the next month.
Oh well. Worth it.
Yeah.
It was still fun though. It was still really fun to shoot that.
Oh,
Isn't it
Betty
the
White's still
PPSH
alive?
body lump?
Yep.
Yeah,
I
just turned
think she's
95.
telling me she's alive.
No. Every year you're like, oh, she's still alive. Oh.
Dude, the day Betty White dies, the internet shuts down. Like,
Yeah.
24 hours of like member of like just somber. No one gets to make no fucking jokes, you bastards. Shut the fuck up. Just internet down for 24 hours.
She's a cool old lady.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Fucking cats. It's funny is like that concrete that you see that has like pigeon feet on it.
Wait, when I got my new PC parts, because I reused my case, when I took the case apart, there was so much fucking cat hair in the fucking case.
Yeah.
PC?
Yeah.
What's that?
Huh?
What's DPC?
What do you mean?
New PC.
Oh,
New computer.
Never mind. Sorry, I
not
heard a
politically
wrong,
correct.
I heard a wrong letter in there, and I was like, "What the hell is DPC?"
Oh look,
Oh,
a love hotel interior in Tokyo, Japan, 1970. So it's not only the ceiling mirrors
Right.
you have. Yeah,
Well,
right.
those are still a big thing now.
Kennedy was there. Illuminati confirmed.
Well, let's see. Tokyo Love Hotels. Hold on, let me see. Tokyo Love Hotels.
That's where all the weebs go.
Let's see some pictures
Anime
of
characters on the fucking.
Really, it's not. I'm not a weeblo. I just really love Inuyasha.
Do you want to be a little sailor?
Oh,
Okay,
Yes.
no, that's for weebs. That's for fucking weebs. Never mind. You're right.
Where's Miss
You-
Misa when you need her?
Do you want to fuck somebody on a ramen cup?
Okay, is that?
this is Japan at its finest.
Do you want to fuck a girl on a carousel?
You know what? Don't knock it till you try it.
That might have some interesting implications there.
State fairs are really fun when nobody's there.
Let's see here. What's here?
I'm not allowed in Johnson County fairs visit the fair anymore.
That ramen cup, though, man.
So
Love to stick my noodle in that.
Do you want to fuck in a big?
No.
This is for the guys that have like that big woman foot fetish.
Wow.
See, like I'm imagining way too many things happening on that shoe. That's a slide. That's just
Yeah, there's. I've seen a video on this once. It's been some time ago. There's just like alleys and alleys of these love hotels.
Yeah.
Yeah, there they are.
Thing is though,
33.
they're weird in their own weird way. We're weird because
Yeah.
kitties are illegal.
Yeah.
Unless you're a feminist. The only thing I
But the
agree with them.
motels down here, like where I live, like you have like each garage, each room has its own garage, so you could hide your car from your wife when you're with your mistress.
And here I thought the hotel that my wife and I went to
Is
on
that
our
right?
honeymoon was kinky because it had a hot tub in the room.
That's not kinky. That's dirty. There's a difference. Not because any sexual things, just because of all the semen.
Yeah.
Is this one a spacecraft? Are you
My
fucking
mom
in
played this in
Are you fucking in a spacecraft or what?
Files.
You fucking Star Wars film. Stick your lightsaber in.
Let's see. The fuck is this? Nerd.
I'm hearing someone dying of laughter. Do you need CPR?
I don't know about CPR. Mouth to mouth, maybe.
Do you
Whoa,
rent this?
No.
Can you rent
Too
that?
little.
Is it used?
50% off.
Wasn't
Yeah,
there
it's
that one
probably
Asian
being
chick
used.
that literally sold herself?
Uh,
Well, I'm not laughing at that story. That story was fucked up, but it's still funny to laugh at on the surface where you start thinking about it. Ugh.
Okay.
I want to have sex on that bed that was on Austin Powers.
Oh my god.
That
You
might be interesting.
Frickin' weirdo.
That bed might be interesting.
I think it would be quite interesting.
This one.
I'm gonna ditch you guys because I can.
Goodbye.
Alrighty, Jax. It was good
Good enough. Good enough reason.
Now this looks like a fun room. This one looks like a fun room, huh, guys?
Ooh, that looks 50 Shades style. Just saying. Thanks, Bloodwing.
Try to escape from the bed.
50 Shades is weird.
That's rape.
You try to get out of the cage. Guess what? The key's in my anus.
It's inside the
Fucking
hamster.
Saw film.
What is it, South Park?
And yeah, the key's inside the hamster, and the hamster's inside my anus. Good luck trying to get it out.
It's in Mr. Slave's anus.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Is that fucking Jaws gun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a new fetish? I do not know.
Uh,
Fucking sharks.
Hold on. I'll be right back, guys. My roommate just got here.
Okay.
what The fuck is this?
What?
Oh, I thought it
An
was like
exercise
a sex
machine
machine.
used to roll the fat
Out of
out of
legs.
legs. What?
All right. Homeless people.
That was during World War II. Bomb shelter.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 1940. Yeah. San Francisco. I used to love like the movies from like the 80s where they just like jacked up the cars so they would be fucking super fucking bouncy, and they would be doing like jumps on these hills. Anybody know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You ever see the movie Bullet?
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, I know what you're talking about. I built cars like that.
Ah, a Winchester. No woman ever says no to Winchester.
Yeah, my grandfather smoked those.
Oh, it's fucking Steve Irwin count.
Yeah.
Fucking strain counts.
Originally owned by Charles Darwin. Damn.
You see that cunt on the right? He fucking catches crocodiles. Well, used to before he fucking died.
From a stingray.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, all
but
those
look at that.
crocodiles, all
It's
those
funny how he just
crocodiles
dies
and stuff
to,
you
like,
mess with, and then dies the way he dies. It just
I know.
doesn't seem right.
This motherfucker turtle died in 2006. Charles Darwin had it in 1835.
It's amazing.
Wait, what? How old is that cunt? It's like fucking math. Old.
Old ass fucking turtle. Look at it. It looks like that meth addict girl that I was talking about before. Let's see. Princess Diana receives an E.T. doll.
From Drew Barrymore.
Yeah.
There's Steven in the background.
Yeah. Would you go back in time and give her a picture of the crashed limousine? Martin Luther King.
Yeah.
You should see the trick shot that they do on him.
Oh,
That's right.
But
Oh, look at those buns. Oh no, the fucking feminists are
raging.
raging because I said buns. Get it? Before and after. Used to be a deli, now it's a bank. I'm trying to think like you guys know what BJ's Wholesale Club is?
I've heard of it.
Yeah, I've heard of it too.
It's like Costco and stuff. One that I used to go to now is a strip club, which is ironic. Yeah. Is there anything like that you guys like really remember going to as a kid that now is like totally different?
Well, I'm kind of old, so there's a lot of stuff. I mean,
I
there's
don't even
very,
know half the fucking shit you're talking about because I didn't exist then.
Like,
Yeah.
is there like a Pizza Hut that used to be a church or something, or a church that used to be a Pizza Hut?
Actually, there was a developing residence. There used to be a fucking huge farmland owned by my dad's mate. Now it's a fucking whole residential area,
Hmm.
and it got sold for like 100 million or something.
All right, Bloodwig, I'm gonna head out. Thanks
All right,
for having
man.
me on the chat.
Hey, no problem. You're welcome back anytime.
Thank you.
Now this is crazy. A vending machine that sold already lit cigarettes for a penny.
Sounds lit.
Well, I remember cigarette machines, but I don't remember any that lit them for you. It used to blow my mind. They had cigarette machines in the hallways in the hospitals.
It blows
Oh my
my
God.
mind that there's still payphones. Like when I see somebody using a payphone, I'm like, did you lose your regular phone? How did you remember the number of whoever? Like, I'd be fucked right now if I had to, like, call somebody.
I haven't seen a payphone in quite a while, actually.
Yeah.
Well, I never go outside, so That's probably my problem.
I can only think of one within probably 5 miles of where I'm at now.
I have them along the freeways, which is, you know, a good thing.
Oh, the
Hindenburg.
humanity! The Hindenburg.
What a dick ejaculating.
Kind of looks like it there in that picture.
Yeah. What I like about the Hindenburg is that it had swastikas on it.
Yeah.
Just, oh, the humanity. Bridget Bardot.
Oh boy.
She's hot. Cannonball went right through the armor. Damn.
Somebody forgot to tell him he couldn't catch that.
Yeah, hold this.
I love like old pictures and videos of like New York City. Like everything looks like it's like everything feels like it would be covered in like brake dust and grime and cigarette.
Right.
Fucking hippies. Supremes. Clint Eastwood at 26. Every fucking actor looked like they were fucking in their 30s or 40s in their 20s.
It would have been about the time he played on Wagon Train, I believe it was. Or no, Rawhide's what he played on.
Also, all the old actors back then used to be in shape, out of shape.
Yeah.
Let's say before
Also, the
internet.
fucking suicidal chickens, like with fucking bombs on them.
Hola, papa! No.
Will he ever look like an adult?
No.
He's always gonna look like every gay man's fantasy and every woman's like just aw moment.
Mm-hmm.
Like I wish, but I'm not as pretty as that man.
Bonnie?
Bonnie.
Yeah, Bonnie Clyde, yep.
Jodie Foster.
Oh,
Taxi driver.
Awesome movie. Disturbing, but
Yeah.
awesome. The Taxi driver.
Wasn't she like 15 or 14 in that? Right?
She was very young playing, I think she was 12. Actually.
Yeah.
12?
Yeah.
Playing a prostitute?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wasn't
Movie's
this the one where he had
way
the
too
mohawk?
relevant now.
Yeah, he eventually cut his hair into a mohawk during the movie. It's a very disturbing look at the descent into madness.
Yeah.
And not even just his, like you can see every single character in the whole movie just start to lose their fucking mind about everything that's going on around him. Like
Yep.
he's the main focus of it, but even like her character, she loses her fucking shit too. And
Yeah.
like all the other people around it, you can just see them as the movie starts going. Like everyone just gets more and more twisted and just bent.
You know what movie I've never seen, but I've been meaning to catch is Cape Fear?
It's
The
good.
original or the remake?
The one with De Niro.
Oh yeah, it's good.
They're both good, but I gotta say in that one I think the remake was a little bit better. On the second one was really good. The third one was trash. The one that they made like 4 or 5 years ago, that was just garbage.
Right. I like them both for different reasons. The original and the second one for different reasons.
I don't think they called the third one Cape Fear. I think it was just called Fear.
Muhammad Ali and Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan, yeah. Bob Dylan doesn't really look like Bob Dylan. He looks like
A dirty trans person.
yeah.
Sorry, let me rephrase that. A trans person who happens to be dirty. Not all. Not all.
Oh fuck.
You laugh, but I've seen that.
I'm sure it existed, but there are still people who say, today's culture is so much worse than it's ever been. Okay.
I used to live in the ghetto, so I would be around Puerto Ricans and blacks, and them getting their hair braided is fucking pure torture. Like hearing them fucking, like it's not a pleasant thing.
as the half black person who went through that phase at one point in his life for way too long, having his hair braided. Yeah, it's terrible. Like it feels like you're having your scalp cut, like a cut every time they're doing it.
I got it done one time. I was like, "Fuck this shit. This hurts."
Oh, it's awful.
And having to fucking pat your head and not wash your fucking hair, like that shit.
That's what bugged me the most, is having to sit there and walk around just fucking hit my head all the damn time. It's the most annoying thing. Like I can't scratch it. It's just like crazy.
What's crazy is seeing like chicks like with no hair doing it to their head. It's like, you could just scratch, right?
Like
nothing's gonna
bald.
fucking.
Like you're bald. You can wash your head and then get rid of all that nasty shit that you have, like all that flakes in there. You can wash that. You don't have to just sit there and pat it. Wash your head.
Yeah. Who's this? Princeton sophomores posed after brutal snowball fight.
That was a pretty wicked snowball fight.
Snowball fight.
Wow.
Fucking
motherfucker
rocks.
looks like he'd been hit by fucking like they put rocks inside the snowballs.
Imagine this
Looks
fucking
like-
some hard ass gun.
Looks like all the white people after that riot, after the the Black Lives Matter riot.
Oh god.
We lost the first American to orbit the Earth and the last to set foot on the moon.
Yeah.
That's fucked up, is that we haven't been back to the moon. Like, I know, like, what can we really do on the moon, I guess, but just to fucking, like, we did it in the 60s? Let's do it again.
Allegedly.
Yeah, well, the first moon landing was 1969. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, was it 69?
They're trying to get to Mars there.
It was 69.
Yeah,
because there's nothing really on the moon.
I was enthralled watching it live on my old black and white TV.
Yeah.
But seriously, why can't we get people on the moon? Like we're saying, we're gonna get them to Mars, right? How about we try the moon again?
Don't they have They do have people up there, don't they?
No. We
On
have
the
them in the space.
Yeah, we have in
space station.
the ISS,
Yeah.
the International Space Station, but
I know that.
no one's been on the moon since 78.
Hypnagogic
77?
Monk says it's 72 was the last moon landing.
No, was really that early? I thought we had
I think
later
so,
ones.
yeah.
So it's a good 40-something years since we have the technology. Like back then, they barely had fucking anything. Like think about it.
We have the technology to go to Mars with people.
Oh,
Would
yeah,
they die?
We have technology to go to Mars and back, and like to probably get them back safe.
They've got the.
years
Didn't
ago.
they test the fucking rocket ship that can land, refuel, and take off again off the planet into the atmosphere?
Well, can land, refuel if whatever they land on has the right whatever they need to be able to create fuel for that particular rocket. Because they basically just take whatever the resources are there, and then pack it all full, or pack it into the rocket, and then refine it, and then shoot off from there. So it has
that
to
alien creature.
They're putting nuclear, what do you call it? Like plants on Mars for energy.
No shit.
Yeah.
Huh.
But I don't know how they're gonna set that up without people there.
That alien looks like he's checking out his butt.
Yeah. Doesn't look as scary when it's just
Frieza was gay.
Oh God, I remember when the first movie first come out. I took my girlfriend at the time on a date to see it, and took a front row seat. Mistake.
Always the back row. Scary movies, always the back row.
I thought she was gonna pee herself when that thing come out of his chest.
See, what you do is you unzip your pants and you say, you really want to see a monster. Here's a monster.
Can't make jokes while Shit.
Oh fuck. Let's see, New York City.
God
Fucking
damn it.
hell.
Can't make jokes while I'm trying to take a soak.
Alright.
I'm gonna die. Oh. So what's happening?
Virginia
Virginia
Slim.
Slims are slimmer than the
Vagina
fat
Slims.
cigarettes.
You've
And
come a
rightly
long
so.
way, baby. That was their motto.
Yeah.
They hitched a ride on the feminism movement, seriously, in the 70s.
And they're still around. I wonder why. I'm still waiting for feminists to stop just protecting and defending all the shit that happens in the name of Islam and just attach themselves with Islam.
So I hope they actually get fucking bombed by Islamic terrorists, allegedly.
Yeah.
So they can fucking realize their
Yeah.
ideology.
Did you hear about the whole thing about like after Trump gets inaugurated, there's going to be protests that these women are going to be doing the day after, and they kicked out one group of feminists because they're pro-life.
Actually,
Good God.
Some cunt said he would set himself on fire at the I don't know, Trump's fucking thingy.
Inauguration?
Yeah. I can't pronounce that word.
Oh, the Trump Tower thing. The guy that set himself on fire in front of Trump Towers? Or tried
Some
to?
guy's gonna set himself on fire.
Yeah.
Like, cover himself in fucking lighter fuel and just
The doors.
lit them. Gonna get lit.
Hey, look, it's the first black guy. I mean, first shrimp in space.
Oh.
Oh, where's your boy Pat to make it right?
I'm half offended.
The other half is just laughing like this.
I got 3 half offended grandkids in the next room. Then they're sleeping.
Let's see. Oh yeah, the back of the Hoover Dam. You guys ever seen the picture of Niagara Falls without water?
No.
Yeah.
Never even seen Niagara Falls. Probably have, but I can't remember.
I always love that joke that
Here you go.
probably just a giant death trap. Yeah, like I was thinking, a giant death trap.
Yeah, they drained it to like. They were trying to like fix shit or whatever in '69. Let's see. During this time, 2 bodies were removed from under the falls, including a man. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. With all the people over all the years that have tried to go over the falls.
Yeah. Look at that shit, man. It looks nice and watery when there's water going, but
It looks watery when there's water.
yeah,
It looks watery.
And now you know, folks,
I
why
wonder if the
you
water is
shouldn't
wet.
go over.
but those rocks could fucking really fuck you up.
No, but I think that my favorite story that ever came out of the guy that survived falling off of Niagara Falls. He died from a 4-foot fall.
Like, what?
He went over Niagara Falls and survived, and died falling from 4 feet.
How?
Broke his neck.
Hit his head somehow, and there was whatever. Actually, I didn't even look into all that much to.
I've jumped off a 2-story building roof onto like hard concrete.
Why is Patrick Stewart in a ball pit? That's my question.
Why not?
Because Patrick Stewart can do whatever the fuck he wants.
I just imagine him on the fucking on the fucking Next Generation. Make it so.
Engage.
Just not with the woman, because this is MGTOW.
Fuck. If somehow we've ended up in a dimension of ball pits, it's okay. Let's stay here.
Oh, they're not going.
And it's not even that he's in. It's not even that he's in a ball pit. It's just like he's just walking around, and all the balls are just around him. He is a ball pit.
It's a feminist.
Like he walks.
A pit in which to put your balls in.
Yeah, he walks away, and the ball is following him. There's a midget down there. Let's see, hippies. Overview of the Lincoln Memorial during Martin Luther King Jr.'s "I Have a Dream" speech. Do you think as many people would come out for anything today? Like, it seems like a lot of these things by like day 2 they fizzle fucking out.
If they did, I doubt it'd be as peaceful.
Yeah, there'd be people in the fucking water.
I feel like I feel like there'd be cops everywhere. Fucking.
They're always peaceful. What are you talking about? All those riots. Those are fake news.
Uh-huh.
They don't ever set anything on fire or destroy property or beat people up in the streets. That's just lies.
Oh, look, here's a comic from back in the day. Father's asleep. You can kiss me now, Henry. Henry? And he's asleep too. See? So she's like, look, he's fucking manspreading, and so is he. Now I just want to take this comic and repurpose
That's what a
it.
feminist would see. Look at him manspreading.
Could this be considered an anti-rape joke?
Yeah. Look at her with her closed legs and him taking up all that space.
That is like 4 seats gone right there, mate.
Evil men's.
Let's see. Ebony magazine predicted what Michael Jackson would look like in the year 2000. Off the mark.
A little too dark, I'm afraid.
Yeah, and the mustache and the nose.
And the race.
Let's see. Vintage. Cool. Oh, vintage. Cool.
Like that was one thing that like
who took that photo and why?
Why is he picking up the cross like that?
He's probably reaching for the less charred part of it.
No, mate. Always want to grab the back parts.
Yeah, you do.
The fuck is this? Oh, Japanese. Okay, that explains
it. Explain that.
Is that a picture of MGTOW?
Let's see. Oh, look at this. I'm sure there's a woman working somewhere around here, right?
Sure.
Yeah. Carl Russell waves to
his
his co-workers from a beam on the 88th floor of the Empire State Building, 1930. I like that picture. Like, you guys seen the one where like the guys are having lunch on the beam, right?
Yeah.
And then there's like the arrow of like one at one of the buildings, the secretary having her nice lunch inside the fucking building. How dare they not give her the same opportunities to be out there on that fucking beam?
That's a crazy job right there.
Oh yeah,
That's
fucking.
Nice.
Like I hated The Happening, the fucking M. Night Shyamalan movie, but the one thing that did get me was when the fucking guy started jumping off the fucking construction.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot about that scene. But yeah, that was a little surprisingly dark. Like for the moment that it was setting up, that was a bit out of place, and it kind of sticks there.
Well, let's see, the head of the Statue of Liberty on display. I'm surprised feminists haven't attacked the Statue of Liberty yet.
Yeah, did you see how feminists were saying that this Statue of Liberty, like the symbol, is white, and they were fucking bitching about it?
Have they started attacking the fucking Statue of Liberty?
It was based on an Italian woman. Are they saying Italians are white now?
I don't fucking know.
Motherfucker, bitch is green. Leave it alone.
I thought women were good with the colors and shit. I thought they were good at like the interior design. They can't get the color wheel straight. Italians, not white.
Well, she was copper when she first come over.
Oh, so she was brown.
Yeah.
So she's a brown woman. Oh, so now she's oppressed. She just sits there all day, every day, inviting white people in. It's just a house Negro.
You know what the story about the Moors in Italy is, right?
No.
See, back in the day, your great-great-grandmother.
Back in my day.
Let's see. Sneaking a kiss through the Berlin Wall. 10 megabyte hard drive. 35.
Oh.
You can get 60 terabyte SSDs.
What the fuck? Okay, what do you get with 10 megabyte hard disk? Okay.
My whole computer is worth less than that.
That's bigger than my first online capable computer had. It only had 3.
I think all the things I own are worth less than that.
And that's just for the hard disk.
Can you technology has gone so far that from 10 megabytes to 60 million megabytes.
Of course, my first computer had a cassette tape drive.
36.
Like if you try to go buy 10 megabytes, it would be like, here's a USB, take it. Like they give them away as long as you like take their shitty like product endorsed, like, you know, yeah, here's a USB drive, but it has like a pharmaceutical name on it. Just take it. Remember Marlboro used to like give like shit all the time, like caps and fanny packs. I love the good fanny pack.
I have an old Zippo and a Marlboro. Like I think my not my granddad. He was my great granddad got one in middle school. Right before he quit to go.
Oh, really? A trigger warning for a Warner's Brother cartoon.
The cartoons you're about
to... the product of their time. They made the big some of the ethnic and racial. What the fuck? Okay.
Racial prejudices that were commonplace in American society. These depictions were wrong then and are wrong today. While the following does not represent the Warner Brothers view of today's society, these cartoons are being presented as they were originally created, because to do otherwise would be the same as claiming these prejudices never existed. Well, at least they're not trying to fucking hide it.
I mean, bro, I don't... It sucks you can't make race jokes anymore. Because you're not making fun of the race, you're making fun of the stereotype.
Yeah.
Like, what's wrong with
that?
that?
And that's what they did. You know, being a kid and seeing the originals before everybody got all upset about it. Yeah, they portray black people in an over-dramatized version, but they also get upset of the representation of like the Japanese. And remember that we were at war when those were made. Of course, they're going to be caricatures.
See, what I don't get though is like they can't, or not they, but like people who get offended at race jokes, regardless of whether it resembles them or doesn't, or if it's their race or somebody else's race. Like, did you get offended? Period. If it's race joke, they don't get that there's different kinds of people in every race.
I don't think they realize nothing happens when you get offended.
Yeah. Also, people forget that like these cartoons weren't aimed at children. They were shown in theaters to adults.
Oh yeah, when they first started,
because it's drawn, therefore children. then look at anime.
The weeaboos.
The fuck is happening here?
I'll be right back.
All right. Marlon Brando. Manspreading. Boo. Elvis Presley. Let's see. People use the telephone to make business calls. They use it for talking with friends. They use it to fucking leave text messages on people's phones. They use it to reach a doctor quickly. Motherfucker, if I try to reach my doctor, like, I don't even know who my fucking doctor is right now. Like, how quick could you reach your doctor?
Dude,
I haven't been to any medical place in like 5 or 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like fucked my ankle a while back, and I didn't even do anything about it. I just didn't put pressure on it, and it was fine.
Look, I have health insurance. I have like really good health insurance. It's just you go to the doctor, you don't even see the doctor, you see the nurse.
I haven't been to see a doctor in. I went at the beginning of last year because I had to for the coverage I had for the Obamacare crap, or I was going to get charged a penalty for not going. And before that, I saw a dentist a couple years before that. Like I don't go to the doctor often because unless I'm actually no. The last time I went to a doctor was April in 2014 when I got stabbed. That was the last time I went, and the police made me go. I was trying to go home.
Oh, Crosby's in the chat.
Wait, what is the link to the stream, by the way?
To the stream to watch it.
Yeah, I want to see the fucking chat.
Here I'll put it in our chat. There you go. Every age has its happiness and troubles. Longest living, born in France.
1875?
Yeah. She died at 122.
Fuck.
I thought the
Could you
oldest
imagine living
person
for that
alive.
long?
Right?
I'd probably want to die, to be honest.
She ate 2 pounds of chocolate a week and drank lots of port wine and smoked for 96 years.
See, this is why I'm not giving up smoking.
Yeah.
Either because I'm going to be one of these people and I can rub it in everyone's face, or because I'll die sooner and then not be in front of everyone's face.
What's really shitty is like I've seen people like, hey, I'm gonna go healthy and get a vegan diet, and then they get really unhealthy. Like I had a friend I used to go to the gym all the time with, and we were gaining muscle and shit and losing a bunch of weight, and he was in the best shape that he had been in fucking forever. And he decided, I'm gonna become vegan because I've been hearing that going vegan helps you like gain muscle quicker. Nope.
It does not do that at all. I get how people will sit there and hear something that on its surface sounds stupid and just wrong, and then believe it, look into it, if they look into it, know that it's wrong, and then still believe it.
That was Stevie Wonder when they were still calling him Little Stevie Wonder.
Yeah.
That's how they would announce him on movies and stuff. Little Stevie Wonder.
He's still the most ripped off artist of all time by like a couple albums worth of music. Like he has stuff stolen from him all the
he's
time.
An amazingly talented fella. I mean, musically wise.
Stevie Wonder. The thing is, hold on, Stevie Wonder. The thing about Stevie Wonder is he should have just started shaving it. But I guess he doesn't give a fuck. But like, I would feel so fucking odd. Like, you once had like
he can't see himself. Let's be honest.
Like this is what happens when you don't look at yourself in the mirror before you leave.
But you can still feel it. Like, look at this fucking full head of hair, right? And then you go to touch, and you're like, you're just feeling scalp. And let's see, Stevie Wonder 2015. Let's see what he. Oh fuck!
Goodness.
Like who decided to put this in? Like he can't see it, but somebody decided to put it in his hair. Do you think they even told him? Do you think he's like, what the fuck is that hitting my head? Every time
probably
I move
rated as a major winner.
Shh, don't tell him.
I'm still waiting for a feminist group to make a joke about Stevie Wonder and not seeing his kids, and then not realize it's a joke.
Like at that point, just shave it all off, Stevie. And look, there's barely any hair back there, man. Yeah, whatever.
He of all people should actually like be qualified to be crazy enough to be in MGTOW, because he's paying nearly $1 million a year for 3 kids that he actually really doesn't see. Like he doesn't ever see his kids anymore because his ex-wife is a fucking bitch. Like, and the joke is he's paying child support for kids he can't see, but he really actually doesn't get to see his kids.
It's really fucked up. Like one of my coworkers is going through a divorce now, and basically he went an entire month without seeing his wife because one day she just decided, I'm gonna go stay with my sister, and I'm getting divorced, and didn't even like tell him why or anything. And then like a month later, she just showed up and she was like, "Yeah, I'm taking over the house again. You gotta leave, and I'm not gonna keep paying for this car. You could take the car." Oh no, she said, "I'm not gonna keep paying for the car, so I'm gonna let them repossess it." And he was like, "What? But it's under my name, you know." So now he has to take over the $500 payments every month for the fucking car that isn't even his. Well, now it's his, but that he didn't want.
Yeah, like divorce is usually really, really fucked up on the man, and like that's one of the things that like I agree with wholeheartedly on the MRA side.
Mm-hmm.
Except like for a few minor differences, like they make a few like this is what we want claims or whatever that I don't actually agree with. But as far as like all the stats, they're correct. I've looked them up myself. They make all their good claims and everything, but they have some goals that I don't agree with. But for the most part, the MRAs, I agree with them on that. Like their claims are a little bit more substantial than the feminist claims.
Egypt is fucked, by the way. Have you seen like those videos and photos of the grave diggers pretty much just coming and fucking digging up the entire desert for like tomb raiding and shit?
I haven't, but I know it happens all the damn time. Like if it's anything recent, I haven't seen it, but people tear up like especially that part of Africa and that part of the Middle East and whatever. Like that's what it's there for, is people just to go and exploit, and they do it all the damn time.
But now it's gotten like really let me put it.
Do we have the technology today to build a pyramid?
Yeah, easily.
Not without a lot of complicated machinery, though.
No, like we thing is, they had one thing that we don't have around today.
Slaves.
It is a whole mass of people to do shit, whether they want to do it or not. Yeah, do it, or there's no other option. You do it.
I still wonder how they got like each stone up each stone. I can imagine building the first layer,
Well, the first layer is just dragging it to the spot, and then from then on, it's just all right. Now up it goes.
So yeah, each one of these holes is pretty much dug.
That's five. Like that's supposed to be the scale or whatever.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. Holy shit.
That's how, because what happened is after the whole Egypt thing where, you know, the government got fucking thrown out and shit.
Which time?
Wait, didn't they find a tomb on Mars? Or am I tripping?
What?
Let me search this up.
I'm pretty sure you're tripping. I don't think they found a tomb on Mars. Like I know they found weed.
Yeah. But yeah, so it says the site showed no signs of looting in 2009, but by May 2011, satellite images of the same area show a dozen or so looting pits. By September 2012, the site was pockmarked with holes, and by 2013, situation was even worse. So yeah, there's no law as far as, you know, this anymore. So people are just going out there to fucking make money.
Oh, it's just a hill conveniently in the shape of a tomb.
Yeah. So now, like, a lot of this shit is just being like fucking damaged and sold. Like, it's not even like conserved for history's sake or anything.
I wonder if they're going to go find any new evidence for the story of the desert in Egypt, like the Jews already dismissed years ago.
Oh yeah, look at this.
Is this that tomb? Is this that tomb on Mars?
No, this isn't.
Who knew there was breathable air on Mars?
Yeah, their fucking spacesuits have improved drastically.
Yeah, all we need now is those rebreathers, because those work.
By the way, I like how they have like American pants and shit, like from the 80s.
Does any of you own a telescope or some shit?
No.
My grandson does.
I own one. I'm not sure if it still works. It's been sitting up in.
Go look at a satellite
for years.
Look for a satellite and try and follow it. Sometimes I do 90-degree turns, like full 90-degree just turns without slowing down.
Like just like on a dime, just we're going this way and then just
no slowing down at all. Same speed the entire time.
Hey, look, Kurt Cobain and Colonel Sanders. By the
He's
way,
grabbing him by the pussy.
Confirmed.
He was ahead of his time.
Kurt Cobain was a Trump supporter. He's grabbing Bernie Sanders by the pussy.
By the way, you know that Colonel Sanders only like came up with the KFC shit when he was like in his 60s.
Yeah, he was getting up there by the time he hit upon something that would make him famous.
And it started from like he was running like a gas station with his family. Like they let him stay at the gas station, and you know he was running the gas station, and people would come through and ask like where's the best place to eat, and he put 5 and 12 together and started selling them food.
Yeah, well, he not only made money off the chicken franchise, but he also invented a type of deep fryer that's still used today.
Oh yeah, the pressure cooker one.
Yeah.
Well, just in case anyone was wondering, the 11 original herbs and spices are salt, thyme, basil, oregano, celery, salt, black pepper, dried mustard, paprika, garlic salt, ginger, and white pepper.
I'm too lazy for all that. I'll still go out and get it.
Oh, look at how
I-
cute those apocalyptic fucking kids look.
Oh.
Imagine how scary that would be if all of a sudden you open a door and then like down the hallway you just saw
All these
these.
kids look up.
See, like,
and-
if I see this, the first thing I'm thinking is, "Are you my mummy?" And then I'm running away because Doctor Who is with like, it's not a scary show.
Yeah,
but
I remember that episode.
I,
I'm betting that that's probably somewhere in Europe during.
Check
during the
out Jimi
Blitz.
Hendrix. Check out Jimi Hendrix in his uniform.
Yep.
15-cent burgers.
One of the places I always go to whenever I'm in California is this. I got family out there, but there's this pastrami place called The Hat. They got these cheap ass, just fat, disgustingly cholesterol filled pastrami sandwiches, like for $2-3. Oh, to die for, dude.
Remember when I started driving? It was like $1 something. Never got a free glass with my. Never got a free glass with my fill up though.
When I started driving, gas was about 35-40 cents a gallon.
I think mine was like $1.09 or something like that.
I think I've paid under a dollar a gallon once, about 6 months. Well, before I got my license, but after I started driving, I think I paid maybe I think it was 97 cents. Ever since then, it's been $1, $2, or damn, even $3 or more.
We got a badass over here.
Yeah, in high school, I was the guy with the car, so all my buddies, there was 5 of us, they would all pitch in $1 a week, and we'd buy $5 of gas and drive all week on it.
Oh yeah, you know black crime is rising heaps in Australia. Because I used to live in an area called Cranbourne, nickname Crime Boom. Fucking, it's the highest, one of the highest crime rate suburbs in the whole of Australia. And there's this gang called the Apex Gang. And it's just a bunch of fucking black cunts going around fucking smashing cars, breaking into people's houses, raping women, fucking randomly beating up people. And it happened frequently in my area.
But it's not rape if they're black, though.
Oh no, it's completely fine because they're black.
Shit though, like that it's
I
stories
moved
like
200
that.
kilometers away from there.
Stories like that just drive me fucking nuts, man. Like, cause it happens all the fucking time.
Well, almost all my friends got beaten up at least once by just random black people. Part of the so-called Apex
I mean,
gang.
like Apex.
Yeah.
That wow, they were trying to make that something that's easily mockable. Good, oh fucking hell.
Yeah, they're all African lotus wolf.
All right, no black jokes. I'm trying.
Because yeah, I was at McDonald's recently down in Cranbourne.
Vincent Gainey.
There were a bunch of them at the front of McDonald's driving a car they clearly stole because the number plates were all off and it was pretty fucking smashed. And he was trying to park the car and it took him like 10 minutes to get the car parked because he just kept like smashing into things and he couldn't drive properly. And no cops showed up at all while they're there the entire time.
Did anyone call the cops, or did they just not show up after they were called?
I mean, I don't know if someone called them, but there was no cops there at all.
Wow.
Someone needs to tell this girl to put on some clothes.
Like, she
I
one of
don't
those
know.
fucking country fuck plants.
Well, the plant that
Like
she's
Andy
carrying
Worski.
there-
Oh god.
What was Thai stick?
Thai stick was a super concentrated form of marijuana tied around a stick with string and cured in a certain way. It was very, very potent. I actually smoked some one time in California when I was living there in '79 that was purple. Wow. I lost an entire evening.
How's it spelled? Thai stick? Like this or?
Like Thailand, Thai.
I lived there my entire life, lettuce, until a few months ago, where I finally moved.
Oh, that looks like a really good time you don't want to remember. Oh.
Yeah, we never smoked it like that. We always picked it off the stick and rolled it, or put it in a pipe.
See, that's just too much. I'd be asleep dreaming about weird shit for the next 3 days if I tried to finish that.
It was great stuff if you could get a hold of it.
Oh.
Have you guys ever had a snow cone?
Now this just looks.
Is that anything like a snowball? What's a snow cone?
It's like you put weed in the cone and you add a little ice on it.
Oh. No, I've never done that. Didn't know that was a thing.
So is this more like what it looked like, or?
Yeah, it was like that with a little bit of a stick sticking out of it, like those other out of one end.
A fucking kebab.
Like this?
Yeah, kind of like that. But
this
more,
was just chicken.
more.
It's hashish.
It was more symmetrical and it was kind of smooth up each side.
No.
Or at least what we always got around here was.
Mother Teresa, I heard she's a piece of shit.
I've heard the same thing.
Like, and I kind of thought the same thing even before.
She took money
Hitchens
from.
did his. Took money from the Somali government to travel away from the Somali government to get money from the Vatican to come back to Somalia and then give money to people that are not Somali.
Also, she took money from the Haitians.
Yeah.
Like basically anybody that was a poor country, take the money from the government, run away.
Oh, granted the fact that everything she did wasn't legally theft, but it was definitely fraud. Like she screwed a bunch of people over, but with the hopes of them doing of her doing something for people that were giving her money. It didn't ever do it. But the worst thing she did was her philosophy was suffering brings you closer to God. So I'm not trying to make the people better or happy or whatever. I'm just trying to fill them with Jesus while they're suffering because that's a good thing for me to do.
Yeah. I saw like a documentary where like this nun was trying to help, the people as they were, crying in agony, and she got punished for that because, like you said, you're not there to help ease their suffering. You're just there to make them think of Jeebus.
Who here's had a cigar? I have never had a cigar, and I really want to have one.
I have.
I love a good cigar. Oh yeah.
Smoking one right now.
Fuck.
I'm out of weed, so.
I hate being 16.
But he bought 1,200 Cuban cigars before signing the embargo.
Well, nobody ever said he was stupid.
Yeah. By the way, everybody criticizing Trump about the immigration thing. Meanwhile, Obama tears down the wet foot, dry foot policy for Cubans.
Oh yeah. Yep.
I've read a whole lot of that story. I just the first few trending articles or whatever that come across. But this seems like one of those there's a whole lot more to it, stories than anyone is going to report on, let alone anyone is going to commentate on. I think this is one of those things that this is going to affect some stuff and has been like in the works for a decade or more, and is going to affect things for a whole hell of a lot longer than a decade. But we're not going to really know all the causes and the effects and whatever. Us in Cuba have had a really weird, really tenuous, but somehow friendly.
We're giving. I'm fucking Cuban, but Obama, like this government right now, has been giving Cuba so much shit without Cuba giving anything back, as far as helping out their own fucking people and shit.
Oh yeah,
Cubans live in fucking poverty.
But people still, communism works. Castro was a saint.
Yeah. my grandfather every fucking month would send like fucking care packages because people would be begging him, send medicine, send fucking toothbrushes, send toothpaste, send fucking this, and just basic ass shit that they don't have over there.
Well, no, they just can't get. Yeah. Because they're there, but like for us to go buy a nice flat screen TV is what they're having to pay to get a fucking toothbrush, toothpaste, and a pair of shoes that don't have a hole in them. Like it's fucked because communism doesn't work for anything bigger than like 100 people.
Yeah, you know what communism it does? The people that have usually are people that rat out other people.
Yeah.
And what that causes is people ratting out people that didn't do anything, that are forced to go work at these labor camps to produce fucking stuff so they could sell it to other countries.
But you get one last cigarette before they waste $100 worth of ammo on you. So that's nice.
Yeah.
I can.
Elvis kissing fans. How do you think it would piss off the feminists if? Well, not really, because notice feminists don't really touch on like rappers and shit like that. A rapper could fucking take a girl on stage, fucking put a finger up her ass, and
no, like they won't attack the ones that are like the gangster rappers or whatever, the ones that are really causing the problem. But The Weeknd, they gave him shit forever for saying the word bitch in a song.
Yeah, it still happens today.
Go ahead.
Because at a concert of a rapper called R.A. the Rugged Man was touring down here, and he just brings girls on stage, gets them naked, and fucking,
fucks them
live, doing his fucking songs.
Sounds like a fun time.
Two Live Crew used to do that shit.
Yes, they did. And they got in trouble for it all the time. Because in America, that's not cool to do. But they did it and got arrested all the time.
And here Jim Morrison had to stay out of the state of Florida just because he flashed himself.
I feel like I feel like feminists don't even know what they want.
They want
they don't at all.
Look,
like, aren't they against women dressing like in a sexual pleasuring way to other people, but then they want to free the nip?
Oh yeah.
It's like what?
I changed my mind on this very recently. I'm against the free the nipple because I'm almost positive that feminists are going to turn like once it happens, are going to turn it into a way to, you can't look at me, that's rape, put him in jail.
Oh my god.
No, fuck you, bullshit. You walked around with your nipples out. I like nipples. I'm looking at your nipples.
Yeah.
I'm the rapist because you're an idiot and you don't understand logic.
What I find funny is like you'll see a girl that's like barely wearing anything, and like her shirt rides up or her pants ride down a little bit, and like you'll be looking at her because you can't fucking help to look at it, right? And there's that kind of like that thing that you kind of sense when people are looking at you, And I guess they sense it, and immediately they fucking start tucking their shit away. Why? Wasn't the whole purpose because you wanted to fucking show skin?
No.
Or is it just for certain people?
Well, I always look at it as in like the difference between a really neat, cute story and somewhere an instance where a woman was harassed at a bar or harassed at a club or whatever. The main difference in those stories is whether or not she thought the guy was cute at first glance.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see that stream with fucking Bering and the dumb cunt who couldn't even come up with a straight argument?
Which one?
Supporting
I mean,
feminism.
Which dumb cunt?
Fuck him. There's a lot
By
of
the way, I love this picture right here. Like, yes, go into the kitchen, but don't go into the damn fucking frying pan. Woman skating in a giant frying pan with slabs of bacon tied to her feet.
Hashtag woman skating.
Imagine like you fucking like
bumbling idiots. Denny Cords. Did you see that one?
Oh, yeah. Okay, Denny Courts. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
That was just previous to the all the doxing crap.
That's fucking retarded.
I'm guessing this is a mother-daughter team.
Why does she look like a guy?
Which one? This one or this one?
The left one.
why are you judging? Like, why are you misappropriating her gender? Like, you don't know what gender she is.
Well, I know she's a fucking lizard.
The term
Yoko Ono
is trans
fucking
species.
She ruined the Beatles, no?
Yeah,
She
I
killed
think so.
the Beatles.
Yeah.
Like the Beatles were ruined a bit before her, but she killed the Beatles. They probably could have come back, but she killed them.
Have you ever heard like her shit? Fuck.
Oh my god.
Her voice.
Black,
it's an innie.
there's a black guitarist. I forget fucking what was his name. Fuck. No.
Just listen to her side of the album Double Fantasy. Oh.
Chuck Berry? Was it, let me see. Yoko Ono.
Chuck Mangione?
Oh.
That's a trumpet player.
Yeah.
Don't you go blind looking at YouTube when it's white?
No. Oh yeah.
Did I have dark filter on everything?
Chuck Berry and John Lennon and Yoko Ono. Listen to this one when you guys got a chance. She fucking ruins this shit. Like everybody's just jamming, and then she just starts with It's a 9 second. Can I play it real quick? I think you'll skate
Sure,
under the,
go ahead. Yeah,
the
her
copyright.
entire side, almost her entire side of Double Fantasy, because one side's him, one side's her, is just pretty much just her doing just that. Just
Yeah. All right, get ready. Look at Chuck Berry's face when it happens. By the way,
He's in there with that "what the fuck is happening" look on his face all the time.
Like it's shitty quality. Hold on. Let me see if it goes up and fucking. I don't know. It went on to the fucking next video. Fuck. But yeah, his eyes fucking pop open when she does that fucking noise. That's the fucking power of pussy. You could have no fucking talent, and you could ruin the Beatles because you have pussy. By the way, she kind of looks like Marina. Shut up.
I never understood what John's seen in it. John wasn't that bad a looking guy, but to look at Yoko, you're like, what? Had to be her mind.
And apparently his son has talent, but because she influences him, he does fucking weird shit with her.
Yeah. Well, his son from his first wife, Julian, was talented.
But didn't he like have a single or something?
Yeah, he had a one hit.
Yeah.
I didn't know he had another son or another kid besides the one he had with Yoko.
Yeah, he has a son, Julian, from his first wife.
Damn, look at this shit. Fancy as hell. Abraham Lincoln's hearse.
Yeah, Julian's actually the one when the song "Hey Jude" was originally "Hey Jules," and it was for him when he was a baby.
No shit.
Yeah.
Didn't know that. The hell is
Ooh,
that?
she got some legs.
Hubba. And she's driving? How dare she? By the way, this seatbelt fucking must like do nothing for you when you're in a car accident. Just split you right in half.
Pretty much.
Seatbelts
if you can
are
even
bad
find
shit.
them, those old seatbelts like that had a bad tendency of getting tucked down into the seat, way down deep into the seat where you couldn't get to them.
Oh, dude, I remember
covered-
trying to get the fucking like seatbelt out the fucking seat.
Covered with grime and fucking
Yeah, old popcorn and candy and
syrup and shit.
The majority of accidents happen below 35 miles an hour, and in car accidents, if you're wearing a seatbelt, you're more likely to get injured in those instances than when you're in the high-speed car crashes. The reason why the fucking seatbelts became mandatory and law was because a combination between there being one time where there was a car accident where someone went through the windshield, crashed into another person's windshield, and killed them a decade before it actually happened, and then the insurance companies lobbying to make the seatbelts legal or like mandatory. Seatbelts, in majority of cases, cause more damage than they prevent.
I'd love to jump in that.
Cool.
Holy fucking shit!
That's pretty cool.
That looks almost fucking fake, man.
It looks like something out of fucking God of War or some shit.
Yeah.
That looks like a really like awesome way to. I want to be inside that.
But I've seen that.
That's
wait, there's just a raging feminist at the fucking bottom producing all that.
Yeah. I've seen pictures of like thunderstorms from like the clouds of a volcano, but never seen shit like this.
That's pretty massive in scale too when you look at what the actual volcano is there at the bottom.
Could you imagine seeing that?
Yeah, you're pretty much fucked. Just you like if you're like right here, like do you even run at that point?
What's the point?
The second I see like any potential danger, I'm really like moving houses.
Thing is, I'm trying to figure out what would be in that volcanic ash and whatever that would actually conduct that lightning in that way.
Well, let's see, Chile probably.
Oh,
I don't even know how.
Okay, Chile, like if it's in Chile, it might be some magnesium or some actual like hard metals in there that would conduct the lightning. But the majority of volcanoes, no fucking hard metals.
Let's see here.
Yeah, running from that would be about as pointless as the old duck and cover drills they used to teach us when I was in grade school because we were still afraid to.
Did that?
Would you ever live near a volcano?
No, fuck no. Fuck no. My girlfriend wants to like go to Hawaii. Go to Hawaii. I'm like, fuck that. Because my luck, I go to Hawaii and it fucking like blows up.
Oh, Bloodwing, I was in whatever year that was, like in 26. I'm 26 now, but in 3rd grade we were still doing duck and cover drills.
Really?
Duck
Yeah.
and cover.
And like they would even we even did a duck and cover drill the day before we watched Red Dawn as a movie for our history class.
That's almost as good as my dad and I going to see the original Jaws just a week before we went to Florida on vacation.
I'm at a new house, right?
That's fantastic.
Like I'm at a new house. I just moved recently, and some weird things have been happening, like paranormal wise. If anything happens, I'm moving houses straight away. Like I'm not fucking with this shit.
Ah, ain't no big deal. I got a ghost here in my house. I talk to her all the time. I'm not joking. This is not a joke.
Well, I'm enjoying the chat. I'm enjoying the chat, guys. But just let you know, I think we're just in here by ourselves now. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to shut her down here pretty quick. I got to get up with grandkids in about 5 hours.
Just trying to figure out why the, let me see, particles. Yeah, the particles of ash managed to charge each other through friction, just rubbing against each other during the eruption when the charged particles enter the tank. Yeah.
So it's more or less static electricity. That makes it even more awesome.
Yeah.
That's badass.
Well, do you ever fucking like have a blanket and then it's like you just like produce lightning as you're fucking sleeping?
Yeah. By the way, I don't read magazines, but every now and then, like something like Popular Science, I'll fucking pick it up.
Right.
There's 3 subscriptions. One that I have for life that I can't get rid of, but it's occasionally interesting, and 2 that I pay for. But some of the stuff coming out in the cinematic weekly, or sorry, cinematic monthly is awesome, and that's the one I can't get rid of, but I enjoy it most of the time. And then Boy's Life is fun to look at because it's fucking ridiculous, and it started like the Boy Scout magazine from when I was a little criminal, but still went to fucking Scouts every goddamn Monday night. It's become so feminist, and SJW, it's at the same time still trying to retain some of the conservative Christian stuff that the Boy Scouts is founded on. The reading it is just a whirlwind of cognitive dissonance and just weird, super religious, but also super like postmodern secular feminist weird shit.
Can we read this one real quick? Do you know how to kiss a girl? Then learn. Stand facing her. Do not tell her your intentions. Do not ask permission to kiss her.
That's rape.
Oh, this is rape 101 with feminists.
I'm triggered.
Look dreamily into her eyes. You may hold your right hand in your her right hand.
Your right hand, if you wish. It is well to sigh a couple of times about this stage of the game. Whisper softly that her rosebud lips remind you of Cupid's bow. She will probably drop her eyes and blush when you say that. Right.
In reality, she will probably grab her mace from her pocket when you say that.
And punch you square in the face. Place the fingers of your left hand under her chin and tilt back her head slightly. Draw her gently towards you. Do not hurry. Gaze deeply at the love lights which slumber in her eyes. Sigh once more. Incline your head towards her until your lips. But wait. Do not kiss her until you know that she uses Listerine Pepsin gum.
Is this a fucking advertisement?
Bitch, you got stained breath. You need Listerine Pepsin gum.
What? Like the first half of this is some shit I've seen on Tumblr. Like this is some weird fucking kink daddy fetish shit. Like it matches almost exactly as the daddies who don't know how to be real doms. This is what you do with your little. Oh,
Bitch, you need some antiseptic gum. Your breath stank.
You got some stank ass breath, ho. Let me treat you like a princess.
Here's some Wrigley's, bitch.
Like, don't you find it funny that feminists try to make men like pigs and all that? Like these demon fucking hateful people, but then they want to be equal to men.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, men are evil.
Logic.
We're just like men.
But by the way,
but
like
did you?
any fucking romance shit like that. Have you ever seen a romance thing where like the guy is like, "Can I kiss you?" No, it's like fucking no. He grabs her. He's like, oh, you know.
No, you just give her a fucking slip with like 3 paragraphs of consent. She has to read it out. Fucking show it to her lawyers. Fucking. Then they continue in the movie.
Feminist porn does exist.
Now there's a guy right there, Morgan Freeman. He's got his head on straight.
Morgan Freeman is like a decade before Black Lives Matter and all that shit. He was. I don't want a Black History Month. What history is White History Month? Well, I'm not white. I'm Jewish. Well, what history is Jewish History Month? Do you want one? Well, no. Exactly, stupid.
I'm Morgan Freeman, and this is me channeling Jim Carrey.
Oh.
Watch as I play the role of a firefighter. What was the name of that character and he did on In Living Color?
Oh.
Wait.
Oh. It's been so long. I can't remember.
Nope.
Fireman.
I got for you.
Him? Fireman Marshall Bill.
Oh yeah,
Fire
Marshall.
Marshal.
Can you hear me? If you can, type something on the fucking screen.
Here we go.
Fun.
Fuck.
Do you think they would have a problem with this today?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, you couldn't even show something as simple as All in the Family today.
Holy shit!
I've already seen a bunch of people say going back and saying how Golden Girls, which was like the most social justice you could get at the time, is racist, sexist, as misogynistic. Just like,
why? Because it didn't have any black women in it. Like,
the thing is, it had tons of them actually. They just weren't. They weren't characters that stayed around for season after season after season. They would be there for an episode or be there for 5 or 6 episodes and then be gone.
Yeah.
Like all the characters that weren't the original, like the 3 girls and the mom, and then Stanley.
Yeah.
Just because he was a sad, lonely, pathetic douchebag that they kept bringing in.
Yeah. Look, I have no problem when like when you see like black movies or black TV shows, the central cast is usually all black. They might have like a token white character, but
yeah,
there's nothing wrong with that.
And like what sounds really racist, but came from black cinema, if you can call it, or the people that make a whole lot of those black movies. Objectively, those all black movies, a lot of them are just bad when you compare them to the diverse movies or the ones that come out with an all white cast or whatever. They're just not as good. They're just bad scripts, bad acting, bad editing, bad movie making, bad cinematography, and
yeah.
But and then whenever a black person wins an award being in one of the diverse casts, oh well, it's only because it was a white movie with a token black actor. No, there was yes. It's because it was a good movie and they did a good job.
Saturday Night Live. I don't like Saturday Night Live.
It comes and goes. right now it's not all that good.
It all depends on who their celebrity guest is.
Yeah, like the last one they did with Jared Leto, that episode was like I was dying laughing at some of the stuff that was happening in that episode, and then the one right before it and right after it were just trash. Like it was garbage. Like it wasn't good.
Yeah.
The Dave Chappelle one was really funny. Like right before the election.
Homie the Clown.
Fucking Homie the Clown. I loved Homie the Clown. Homie don't
Homie
play
don't
that.
play that.
Homie Clown. And he would hit them with a sock full of fucking coins and shit.
Yep.
I'm sure that would be seen as child abuse, even though the fucking actors were fucking in their 30s playing 5-year-olds.
Oh, words are violence now, so abuse doesn't have to actually have a victim anymore. It can be abuse just because of the mention of abuse is also violence and abuse and patriarchy.
Yeah. Now if they brought back fucking In Living Color, like all the characters would be super SJW. Fucking racism, homie, don't play that.
And what I think is so weird and strange though is like Milo hinted at it a lot, or Yiannopoulos hints at it a whole lot of times, but there have been people saying the same thing for decades. If you're famous because you're an actor or a musician or whatever, you've put in work and dealt with a whole bunch of crap and been through the trials and the ringer and done so much so many things to get to where you're at. You're not a weak person. And when you act like a weak person because that's what you think people are, you're not helping people. You're making them weaker. Like, oh, I'm offended. No, you're acting like you're a weak person because you think that's what people are, and you're not part of them anymore. Calling the people weak.
Men on Film. I fucking remember. Why the fuck are my images disappearing? The fuck is happening? You guys remember Men on Film?
Mm-hmm.
David Allen Greer. Yeah.
He's probably taken the most drastic turn in ideology or whatever you want to call it, like gone from being proud to be black and just doing whatever and just trying to be good at what he does to being so super he's racist and he's an anti-white racist and super SJW now. Like he's flipped the script so much.
Yeah. Hey, look, it's Jennifer Lopez. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. They used to have trading cards for In Living Color.
Really?
Did they really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know about this. I need to find these.
I don't remember this character.
Frenchie? Oh, I do. Yeah.
I remember this one right here.
Oh, that was fantastic.
Let's see what other ones. Oh fuck yeah. But see, it was a mixed fucking cast, and like each one of them were fucking like each one of these were fucking talented.
I mean, they even had that Asian guy that was on like every one out of 20 episodes.
It was almost, not quite, but almost on par with the talent of the original lineup of Saturday Night Live. You know, Belushi, Aykroyd, Chevy Chase, later Bill Murray, all those guys.
And that was at the time that SNL was at their, like, I don't want to say peak because they've had a lot of ups and downs and whatever, but that was one of their best eras. Is during that time period, the same time In Living Color was on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you had oh, doggone.
Oh, here's the Asian guy.
Yeah, that guy.
More money, more money, more money.
Popcorn player.
Oh, the Adventures of Handyman.
Handyman, yeah. That definitely wouldn't fly today.
Nope.
It's so ableist.
Just look at the fucking face.
All right, I'm going to hell.
Yeah, I think we gotta.
I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna finish my little bottle of rum, and then I'm
Yeah, I've got to.
troll the internet for a little while.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to shut her down anyway because I got to get up at 6:30 a.m. and it's almost 2 now. So
Yeah, I downed like half a bottle of whiskey. So, fuck.
Did the same with my rum, but
I don't want to be your head in the morning.
Great streaming with you guys. Like this was a good first one for me on this channel, at least.
Hey, you're welcome back anytime.
Appreciate
Man.
it. Thanks, man.
Dead feminist and historic. Well, fucking, I don't know what the fuck this is. All right, end the stream.
Yep, we're gonna shut her down. Thanks, guys. If there's anybody left out there, thanks for coming
remember
out.
this fucking the head detective.
Yeah. And on that note, we're gone.